Hello.
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 Greetings, audience. The stream is happening. The stream is live. It's time for violence. I am hosting. No, why are you all laughing at me? I'm hosting. Um, I am Kat. I am here to show everybody my game Blazing Hymn, which is just anime degenerate nonsense about a world in which angels have come from heaven to kick all our asses, and the music powered mech suits we use to kick their asses in return. And the real monster, it turned out, was God. um I would love for all of my players to introduce themselves, and then we're going to talk a little bit about kind of our organization and our characters. But these are the delightful people. You can see them also on the layout. The delightful people that you will be observing playing this game with me today. um we've got Katie.
Hello.
What's a Katie fact?
Katie fact. Um I got I'm Katie Quixotic, and I one time many years ago got medically resistant to strep, and we thought that I got scarlet fever because it turns out that scarlet fever is what happens when strep goes untreated. And so I had to be quarantined and was given a note from a doctor, and had to stay inside my home for a couple of days until we found out that untreated strep can also just activate dormant psoriasis in your system, and that's how I got taste psoriasis.
That was not a great Katie fact. That's kind of a bummer, Katie.
No, okay, so follow up. It actually saved a child's life, because I tell that as my fun fact at work every time we have a training, and the instructor noticed similar symptoms in their little baby, and even though the strep test came back negative first time, they pushed for another one and they got it and it was positive, and that's how their child survived. Yay!
Okay, all right. Katie saved a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda.
Baby saving is good.
Me.
Yeah.
Amanda, please share an Amanda fact.
Amanda fact. One time I met Tom Cruise in a women's bathroom at Comic-Con because he felt guilty that his security trapped us in there. It's a longer story, but the basic thing is that I was using the bathroom next to the celebrity entrance and exit, and his security detail was like, "No, you can't come out here," and he was like, "The fuck, they can't." And so he walked in and personally apologized to us.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was a weird little fun fact.
Sarah.
I need to come up with a more fun fact. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, yeah, that's how the fun ones. No, you saved a baby.
You did say fun
proud
fact.
of you.
You did save a baby.
Yeah, you did
That's
save
true.
a baby.
That's true.
You did save a baby. Sarah, what's Sarah fact, please?
Mine's not a fun fact, but it does inform a lot about my personality. When I was in 5th grade, we were at summer camp. It was still school season, but we were at summer camp on an island, and I climbed up on 25-foot tall rocks on the beach and decided to jump down onto the rocky sandy beach and broke both of my ankles and walked around on them for 2 weeks without telling any adults what I'd done because I knew that I had messed up. Yeah, but that's how I broke my ankles.
Oh no, Meg. Meg, help. Meg fact, please.
I don't know how to follow up to that.
5th graders.
I'm begging you.
Right. I guess this is gonna actually kind of feed into my character creation. I am actually a classically trained singer. I have done stage choreography because my primary background is actually dance, since I have been doing that since I was 5. My whole family is musical. My mom is actually a high school choir director, and dance companies are weirdly racist, so I wound up being a music major instead. And
That's
that's how everything else is me. But I have choreographed for our nationally award-winning opera company at my university, and then I've also had several of my dance students make national titles, and it's just fun having my name attached to that sometimes.
Nice.
That is wonderful. I think you'll all agree that these people are fantastic and wonderful, and they're going to be playing Blazing Hymn with me.
A little time blind, but generally okay.
Generally fine. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Time is made up. Everything is made up.
Time is soup.
It's true.
Yes. So, Our characters are the agents of an organization called Forte. Forte standing, of course, for I remember what I put in the chat.
It's in the chat.
It's in the chat. Frontline operations resisting terrestrial extermination. That's right. This is a quasi-governmental organization whose goal is to train and mobilize hymnal pilots to use the aforementioned music-powered battle suits to fight off angels when they appear to kill all the humans.
Fucking angels, man.
Yeah, not a
Angels.
fan. Not a fan. I gotta tell you, they're yucky. Blazing Hymn is a Lumen game that I wrote. It is effectively a Symphogear fan game, and I have been barraging these people with clips from my favorite degenerate anime since this project's inception. And Blazing Hymn is based on the Lumen engine by Gila RPGs, Spencer Campbell. So the goal is high octane combat. You're going to be seeing combat in this. You're going to be seeing a lot of tactical and aggressive combat. But first, we're going to do freeform scenes. We don't have out of combat rules, but the manual does say to give every player a chance to like lead or direct a scene. Today is the day of what the brass is calling Operation. I remember what it's called. Sorry, gang. You see, I don't have a memory.
Understand.
I'm a silly little airhead. Today is the day of Operation Open Defiance. What is occurring is that Blackwood Park is host to a music festival. Hasn't been one of those in this city in a long time. A heavy metal music festival, to be precise.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Blackwood Park is home to an enormous tree blackened and scorched by a lightning strike. A big one that happened in the 1900s is commemorated on a nearby plaque, which City Hall takes the time to renew pretty regularly. It's kind of a big deal. It's a large park. It's full of sculptures, including some from a very famous international artist that was done in like the 1980s. And it is the perfect place to set up some improvised sound stages and blast some guitar riffs over a collected audience. That wasn't the plan. Bear in mind, these are metalheads. If there are any people who will not let God get in the way of their enjoying music, it is metalheads. However, the organization realized that rather than stopping them from hosting Operation Open Defiance, which was not really going to be possible, they were instead going to send operatives to be part of the crowd, to mingle, be part of the event, and to respond to the inevitable attack. Recently in the town, there have been sightings of a Nephilim, a creature that is part human and part angel. It is difficult to coax this creature out, although occasionally they are witnessed before a large angel attack. It's hypothesized by the organization that they are the grand master of this particular horrible choir. So your goal is twofold. First of all, protect the fans at the festival, prevent civilian casualties, and if possible, locate, identify, or even destroy the Nephilim. So it is a cloudy day. It is threatening to rain. It very well might. It has been raining for the past couple days. The organizers have set up tents over things because they are not going to let anything stop them.
Mm-hmm.
I have already said these are metalheads. What do you want? They're not. They're
Little
possessed
rain, little
of
mud.
of a passion and determination that will not rest.
That's just a normal concert.
That's just a normal
Yeah.
concert. If things get a little bit violent, well,
That's right.
we get a little bit violent in response. It's the festival is, by the standards of this town, absolutely bustling. And a lot of people aren't going to come out for a festival. That's the way it is. You didn't see this many people before. I mean, sorry, you would see more people than this before the beginning of Judgment Day. But ever since, a lot of people are understandably not going to want to be part of a large gathering, a ripe target for angels. There are, however, food trucks. There's a local crepe establishment that has pulled up. Love ourselves some creepies. There's a corn dog joint that has a significant lineup. There are, of course, merch vendors and just genuine kind of like there's a clothing vendor, the kind of thing you see at music festivals. Scene kids happily wandering around, being able to dress like the people they are in their off time, being able to see people dressed like they dress in their off time and bond with them, even though they're complete strangers from opposite sides of town. And I would love to talk a little bit I'm going to ask you 3 questions. The first is, what is your character's name? The second is, what do you imagine their kind of role in this is? And the third is, what are they doing at the music festival? And then one by one, once everyone's introduced, we're going to zoom in on them a little bit, and you're each going to get to direct a little scene. You can have other players in the scene. You can have NPCs in the scene, whatever you like. You're going to take over for a bit. And then at some point, I'm just going to do a big heck to you. But we're going to worry about that later. So I think reverse order. Meg, would you please?
Yeah, so my character's name, like I said, is kind of alluded from my own musical background. So a lot of this is in Italian. I will be translating. My character's name is Dal. Alcoda is their last name. Their pronouns are she, they. And are we also doing class types?
We're going to talk more about class types when it's fight time.
Okay, cool. I'm having fun with this one already. But a lot of my powers and stuff are sort of riffs off of Italian classic art songs and arias. So again, when I get there, I will translate. They're about 5'5", kind of perfect like curly hair little ringlets, but they're just pinned back a bit. And their makeup is similar to mine, and then their actual call sign is on their makeup, and I'm not sure y'all can see it like that well because my lighting and I are still fighting after I've moved. But it's part of their call sign is in their makeup, just kind of as like a little nod to it. Their favorite colors are like hot pink and black, so they kind of blend into the Metalhead concert vibes a little bit with like a little dash of color. And they're about an average build. They train really hard, and she's trying her best. Sometimes it's not always the greatest results, but she's trying. The role, do you know their role in Forte?
I mean, their role in this operation.
Okay, yeah. So my role, I think, is to kind of to kind of like try and find the Niflheim, but like I don't want to, like, I don't want to hurt the Niflheim, but I want them to leave. And so if I can find them and just either yeet them into the abyss or guide them, I'm going to try my best. And that's kind of where I'm at. Like I don't want to fight. Mostly because mosh pits at metal fests are a little terrifying, and if I start something, it's probably going to escalate and someone's going to actually get hurt, and I don't want that. Especially if like somebody else is already on stage and there's music going. I don't need some random unintentional mosh pit happening and people just getting hurt. And that's kind of also what I'm doing at the festival is I'm sort of just on patrol trying to see if there's somebody that's trying a little too hard to blend in. Sort of thing, as it's like who's really trying to force it. And like in my head I picture this Niflheim like if y'all watch Lucifer, it's very much like a Menadil, and so he's just very, very awkward little guy. It's just like, yes, brethren,
hello fellow
rock
kids
on. I'm looking for somebody that's kind of like that, kind of same vibes. I apologize now if you hear random rapid fire. The neighbors' kids have those Orbeez guns and they're using our parking lot as coverage. It's kind of fun to watch. But that's kind of Dal's vibe. Is they're blending in as best as they can and hopefully doing a better job than the Niflheim, and hopefully like that kind of helps her figure out how to for somebody that's also just not quite comfortable with being here, but like we're here. So
Alrighty. We're still going in reverse order, which means, Sarah, would you please?
Yeah. So I'm playing Coyote, she, they pronouns, and Coyote is very much at home in the more grungy punk, crust punk aspect of the metal fest. Very tall, very lengthy, just like super stretched out, one of those type of people. And yeah, they're wearing leather, all leather, head to toe, with a little like industrial mask on, like actually on, and it has like a filter underneath it because crowded space. But yeah, Coyote is there to find the Nephilim and to fucking kill them. Coyote has extreme prejudice against the Nephilim because that is who is responsible for her love's death. So it's nope, we got to stop that. No, like we have to stop it, got to shut it down before anybody else can die. Just extreme vengeance is what Coyote's all about.
All right. So what are you? So you're currently just kind of stalking the crowd?
Yeah, like I'm there's probably people that she's familiar with, and like, oh hey Bob, you know, like saying hi to a couple, like the merchants and like any roadies or any techs, that kind of thing, and just keeping an eye out. I'm gonna shank that, you know. I'm just, soon as I see him, I'm gonna start popping off. So yeah.
Okay.
Complete opposite of Dal.
Yeah. You're not pretending to fit in. You do.
Yeah. No, I definitely got some blood on me that was already there.
It's been there a bit. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Amanda, would you please?
All right. My character's name is Luna Navarro, uses she, her pronouns. And as much as she loves music festivals, she's kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum. She is a ska punk fan. So she is wearing like those like grungy, ripped up checkerboard slip-on Vans, kind of on the shorter side too. So it's, you know, it kind of gets lost in the crowd, except for the fact that her hair, like the ends of her hair, is kind of dyed this like teal blue color, and it's just kind of like swooping kind of every which way, kind of spiky, kind of curly, kind of look like she maybe have just woken up in the middle of the day and just like showed up here. Her role as far as looking for this Nephilim is not so much looking for it as it is watching the rest of the crowd, just kind of sort of prowling about, looking for like exit points, weak points. You know, really wants to protect the crowd of people, because if there's one thing that people at festivals love, it's music, and she's all for like protecting those vibes of like, you know, we're all here, like the few people that have shown up are here to have a good time in the face of the apocalypse, and she's gonna make sure that everyone's gonna try to get out here as soon as shit goes down.
Right.
And finally, Katie, would you please?
So I am playing Aoife. She is actually an exchange student over from Ireland, and she's a bit like pastel goth. She's got some her hair is like a seafoamy green. It's up in like fun buns, half up in fun buns, and the rest is like down and wavy. She's about she's really tall as well, probably like 5'9" or so. She's very like Rubenesque. She's like the mom friend. She's got like a cotton dress on and tights and an oversized sweater. And her theme is very like cottage core pastel gothy. So there's like a section of the crowd that she fits in with, but she's the one walking around. She like organized okay, we're all here keeping an eye on things, so we're going to meet up at this area, and I'm going to make sure everybody has water and snacks, and I've got like a little first aid kit, and like am generally like keeping an eye on everyone in the crowd, but also like the group. If anyone wanders over to like the merge tables, I'm like holding their bags while they like decide what they want, and that's her general vibe. And she's keeping an eye out too, but she's watching the people more than for the Nephilim.
Okay. So we've got 2 party members who are on the hunt, and we've got 2 party members who are kind of keeping an eye on the civilians in the scene.
Mhm.
So I suppose my next question is, you all get to do a scene. You all get to kind of lead the way in one, and you can include each other or you can do solo scenes. It's all up to you. My question is, who wants to do theirs before I do my crimes, and who wants to do theirs after? My crimes are inevitable.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Be gay, do crimes.
Mhm.
I'll go after. If nobody
think
else was okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine. I think mine would be like on the precipice of things about to turn.
Okay. So Katie wants to go immediately before crimes.
Mhm.
Immediately before. So we know when Katie goes to prepare for crimes.
Yeah, absolutely. So does anybody
I-
want to go pre-Katie, pre-crimes?
Pre-con.
Pre.
Sarah, what? Hey, Sarah, what?
Precog?
Gotcha.
The
Okay, good.
precog
No.
time
Oh
division.
no.
Yeah. I'll do the before Katie.
Okay. All right. So Amanda, are you feeling pre-crimes or post-crimes?
Post-crimes.
Post-crimes. Do you want to go immediately post-crimes, or do you want to go post-Sarah post-crimes?
Immediately post-crimes.
Is that okay with you, Sarah?
Yep.
Beautiful.
Hunky dory.
Alrighty. So we have Meg, then Katie, then Kat, then Amanda, then Sarah. Okay, perfect. Then in which case, Meg, what do you have in mind? What's Dal up to?
I think previously, like what I had said earlier, was like she's wandering around, and just kind of going like in between like different groups. So she'll go in for one group, she'll take off for the other one, and just kind of like, again, like crowd watch mostly, but like also to kind of just enjoy the music. It's not the norm for like the classical stuff that she's used to, but she's enjoying it. She's chilling. It just worked out that her favorite color is black, so she blends in. And so she's vibing. And it's like, oh, okay, this is kind of fun. Okay. And then like a thing would end, and she's like, okay, back to work. Walk off out of the crowd, and then just like also like kind of scan and work her way through back up to the stands to go get water from Aoife, and then kind of just catch him and be like, no, I didn't find him. Did we get any descriptors from Forte, Aoife?
Oh, also don't forget that you do have comms with like your bridge staff and with like your commander and your intelligence director. So like at any time you could just be like, what's up, grown-ups? But
would there have been like a pre-mission briefing where we would have been given like description of sightings or anything like that? Because she would definitely have memorized all of that information. So what do we know about how they look, or how we
well, here's
think
the
they might
thing.
look?
I should have probably mentioned this up the top. This is a Nephilim class which people have started referring to as a seraph.
Okay.
Seraphs are not really good at blending into crowds. They stand 10 feet tall. They look rather centaurish, with a pearly humanoid torso vanishing into a 4-legged body, but its legs are kind of like fox-like rather than horse-like, and it has a big old whip tail. They wear iridescent armor, and they have white wings that wrap all the way around the body like a feather cape. They're not seen for very long, is kind of why the attempt to ambush this creature is happening, because usually it appears, summons angels, and then vanishes. But it will not be subtle when it does.
Yeah, it's not just like milling about somewhere and we need to look for them. Okay.
No, this is a This is like most angels are kind of amorphous, crystalline entities, but Nephilim have like recognizably human shapes.
Okay. So I think she's like reaches into her bag and pulls out a water, hands it over, and says, I think that the 10-foot tall is probably the key giveaway. Shiny wings.
True. But this is a music festival. People wear lifted shoes and such, right?
It's true.
There have been stilt
Um,
walkers.
Yeah.
I think it'll be the wings then, or maybe the general shininess.
Maybe the
That's probably-
shiny. Do you think metalhead and goth people like glitter? Because I
I
like
think
glitter.
some do. I think some do.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll try and head back out then. Let me see if I can go find another one that's not just 10 feet tall. Because I think that's where I got stuck. And I just in the last bands there weren't anybody in the crowd that was like that. Maybe this next one will have more tall people.
Maybe. It might be that they just won't show up until they're ready, and then we'll know.
That's fair. I don't blame
Good.
them.
Good to look for signs either way.
Yeah. Okay. And I'll head out and back into the crowd, and
Yeah.
I'll be searching and lurking.
Searching and lurking. I would love for something to happen. I would love for a thing to occur. So, let me think about things that can occur. You know what? I'm going to say that what you observe is the formation of a very small, probably about a dozen people, maybe less, mosh pit.
Ooh.
Just people having a grand old time in front of one of the stages, hurling themselves at one another.
Love that.
It's not huge. There's not a ton of people here, but damned if they're not going to celebrate the way they know how.
Is there anybody on tall things?
No, I mean the band's on stage, but all you see is people making the best of it.
Well, that's lovely.
This band's a little more electronic. I think they do in fact have a DJ in the background, but their vocalist is all metal. Their vocalist is all metal, and their vibe is kind of like cyber metal.
Okay.
And the bands have a lot of different, like usually the bands will be relatively a genre of metal because metal's like that. But these bands are from everywhere along this spectrum.
It's not a metal, or it's not. It's a whole music instead of like it's new metal. Yeah,
exactly. This is just like metalheads of all stripes from around the city have come together to throw themselves at one another.
I love it. And I think I'm gonna like page in to the intelligence director.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, hey, did we ever come up for names with those characters?
Absolutely not.
Cool.
I asked you all. I begged you all.
Sorry.
You're gonna name it right now. Who are they?
I'm kidding.
Director Bacon.
Sure.
It's BACKEN.
Yeah. It's Bakken, but please.
Yes. What's going on? Is this one of those mashed pot potato things?
It is one of those mashed potato things, yes.
Oh, are they getting hurt?
Yes, but they don't mind.
That seems counterintuitive.
It's one of these days, you're going to come back to base and I'm going to explain community building to you.
While Doll's looking, they just see a tiny little like Luna body just being like shoved back and forth, but she's giggling and smiling the whole time. So
like, wait a minute and watch them for a minute, Doll, and you'll see what I mean.
Okay, if you insist.
I do.
Okay.
I actually, you know what? I do insist. Watch the mosh pit. And you watch the mosh pit for a couple minutes and you see a rather large fellow just kind of throw himself at somebody who moves. He misses them and just ass over tea kettle to the ground.
Oof.
And the mosh pit stops. And the two nearest people reach down and help him back to his feet. And they give him a clap on the back, and he gives a big old laugh, and then everybody starts throwing themselves at each other once again.
Fuck yeah. Love good mosh etiquette.
Good mosh etiquette. And
much
yeah,
fiddle for
director Bakken is like, it's a community, Dal. It's how they express community.
Looks rather painful. I don't understand it, but okay.
It's like wolves play fighting.
That's
okay.
very astute observation.
Well, okay. I think I'll just stay as far away from this as possible. I am not built for that.
That's all right.
Aoife, how are things going on your end? Any sightings?
I haven't seen anything out of the ordinary. A couple of people needed some extra hydration.
Okay.
I have these little packets, and she holds up a packet of like a water additive that helps with like hydration. It's got like extra electrolytes and stuff in it.
Oh, right. You brought the electrolytes, right?
Hmm.
Okay. This tall person that just fell might need them. I'll see if I can take him to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Is Dahl entering the mosh pit to try
No,
to
Dal is definitely
the
waiting.
large man?
She is definitely waiting, but like it's close enough to where I can just be like, hey, I have some help for you since I saw that you fell, kind of thing. Like, would you like a band-aid? Kind of thing.
I think Luna, you definitely, I think, observe your teammate kind of hesitantly and tentatively approaching this mosh pit.
And I
Yeah,
just roll over and be like, "Hey, it's good, but like, do you want me to try to grab him? I can try to
No,
stop him."
no, I don't think that's correct. I don't think that's the oh, what's the word? Not manners, but the oh, what is it? It's how you behave.
Etiquette?
Etiquette, yeah. I think there's like a system of etiquette here and how you're supposed to behave in these mashed potatoes. We can just wait.
All right, whatever floats. And then I just
Well, I'm
jump
gonna
back in.
Yeah, we can just wait, but we can I might need your help because are you taller than me?
How
No,
tall?
I
How tall
believe-
is your character?
I said like 5'5".
No, I am shorter.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think you've described Luna as being real little.
Yeah.
Okay. I think between the two of us, and I kind of like back up a little bit. We can get the tall person's attention.
And I just kind of start like slowly like jumping around my way to that person.
Yeah. So I think just like a big old husky bearded fellow, just completely bedecked and studded everything. Got like
Love him.
bracers. Just a vest bedecked in many different band logos,
Patches.
You just
many
des-
different patches.
you just described my ideal type, but
Yeah, I was gonna say that's basically my hubby right there.
That's because that's a cool person. That's just a
Mhm.
cool
I love
friend.
me a bear.
He's a cool friend. And I think as you are doing this, the band kind of winds down this song. And so the mosh pit settles down and goes back to just like kind of bobbing a little in place and going to find
Stand
their
by.
water and maybe stretching a little bit while they wait for the next number to start. So he's definitely stopped throwing himself at people. So if you want to approach this fellow, now is the time.
You got about 2 minutes.
Yeah, you got about
I motion for Dal to come closer, and I just kind of tap the guy on his forearm, be like,
Hey,
hey, buddy, are you doing
Hey.
okay?"
yeah, oh yeah, Yeah, absolutely ate shit there, but I'm doing okay.
Okay. My friend and I, we were worried that you were like, maybe need some water or something.
And you'll just see Dal like about 10 feet away, like,
Did it look that bad?
a little.
It's not. It wasn't as bad as it looked, but I could use a drink.
Okay, come with us. We have our other friend, and she could help with some electrolyte waters and stuff, and that'll help you feel better.
He gives a kind of a slow nod. He looks appraisingly between the two of you. You're new to the scene, aren't you? What band did you come to see? He follows-
like smeared
follows you guys.
eyeliner.
Yeah, he follows you guys back to Aoife.
Like the fourth one that was on earlier, that one was like one of our favorite bands back home, and that I really liked them, but I have a really bad memory, but I remember their like the sound of their music better when I hear them.
Yeah.
So.
No, I know the one you're talking about. Yeah. Their rapper's a local guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Real
Gotta
passionate.
support local music.
He'll absolutely buy you a beer if you find him.
Okay.
Great fella, genuinely.
Oh.
I see them coming back, and I'm already getting like stuff out of my bag. So by the time they get there, I've got a bottle of water and I've got 3 little packets in my hand. Do you like golden cherry, Concord grape, or strawberry?
Actually, Concord grape sounds great.
That's my second favorite. She puts away the other 2, hands him the closed bottle of water and the closed packet.
Thank you.
Just put it in there, take a little sip first, shake it. It tastes really good. It's not too sweet.
And I think while he's pouring things in, he doesn't even look up. He's like, so agents, right?
Is it that obvious?
And he kind of he has a huge meaty hand, and he gives Dal a big old kind of like slap on the back, and it's just like, hey, thanks for coming to look out for everybody.
No.
Yeah, of course.
We don't want anybody to get hurt today.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck God. And he kind of stops and flips off the sky. And anybody who sees him do it kind of mimics the gesture. But like, we don't want anybody to get hurt either.
No.
Oh shit, they're starting up again.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this one. Yeah. Oh, I love this one. Okay, all right, okay. This one's great. You're gonna love it if you loved the band before. You're gonna love this one. I gotta get back there. But thank you very much. Concord grape was the right choice. This is delicious. Bye. Genuinely though, thanks. Best of
You're
luck out
welcome.
there. Hope we don't need you guys to start singing though. And then he just kind of.
Oh, good guy, Greg.
Yeah, we love him. We love Greg.
Yeah.
And he's immediately just like, absolutely, completely into this song.
Just headbanging
Yeah,
and
this
like
is
bunny hopping back to
absolutely-
the crowd.
This particular band, I think the band that's taken over from the cyber metal band is very much like a classic death metal, just like deep bellowing, screaming vocals, chugging bass lines, like the stuff normies think of when you say heavy metal. That shit, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff I love.
Yeah, I'm a symphonic metal person, so I like the
Mm-hmm.
the high, very operatic vocals, very
Poets of the Fall is one of my favorites. I don't care if you don't say they're metal, they're metal. They're metal enough.
they're metal enough for me. Yeah, that's
I like symphonic metal and I like heroic metal, which often kind
Yeah.
of bleeds over.
Mhm.
yeah, I love that shit. Absolutely.
Like metal and video game music combined.
Yes. Or the Who.
Mhm.
Not the
I was like,
no, not the
metal.
British. No, the Mongol horde.
Oh,
Mongol horde.
So I think Dal has learned a little bit about metal and a little bit about metalheads. I think how's Dal feeling now about the mission to protect the festival?
Dell was always on board, but like I think now it's just like must protect.
Yeah. Let's
You're
protect
very
these
good
wholesome
people. Nobody deserves pain here. They're all good
these wholesome
people.
spiked people.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this is
We
spiky.
protect.
It's not fighting. It's just pokey hugs.
Yeah.
It's just pokey hugs.
Yeah.
Pokey
Okay.
hugs.
So as big old Greg gets back to his mosh pit, I don't know if Luna's joining this one.
I am.
Yeah.
They walk off like skipping arm in arm.
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah,
that's actually what
absolutely.
people will do when it's the time for the pit.
100% they will do that. Yes, that's exactly what happens. And now I think we have Aoife, who is just given a drink to Greg and is now
Hmm.
standing there with Dal. And what do you have in mind for Aoife's scene there, Katie?
So, question about how do people like know? I know people know what the hymnals are. Obviously, like that is something that is probably well known. But do you typically have like a secret identity? Like, do people know that you're a hymnal operator? Or
I'm deliberately kind of ambiguous about that one. If you want to do a
Okay.
secret identity thing, go for it.
I don't think she would.
Yeah.
Would I assume that he was part of the organization, or he was just a person who like knew about it and could tell that we were just kind of like not just hovering, but like we're obviously keeping an eye on people.
People in general know about Forte. They know it's a government organization that fights the angels.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Okay.
they don't know a ton about Forte, but he was clearly aware enough of Forte to peg you guys as like Forte agents. Who are here
Gotcha.
to protect them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I think because she's a definite mom friend and has now been able to like get tabs on Dal and on Luna, she's probably scanning around and looking to see what Coyote is doing, just to check in, make sure everybody's doing okay. What do you think Coyote is doing?
Coyote's probably helping roadies move equipment.
I
Like,
love it.
Yeah.
yeah, like in the middle of like holding some big speaker case or something like that, and helping out.
Okay.
Just volunteering,
Perfect.
just like, oh hey guys, what's up? And so yeah, would take a second if you were trying to calm them because you have to put the box down. Like, hey, what's up?
I think if it was like, okay, I see that you're doing all right, you're doing your thing, like Coyote's helpful, Coyote's strong, Coyote's taken care of, Coyote's good.
Yeah.
I'll say Coyote one more time.
Okay.
I think what Aoife would do at this point, turning her attention back to the general crowd, aside from just kind of like walking around and keeping an eye on anyone who looks like they might need help, I think she would probably make a couple of passes by the merch booths and see if there was anyone who needed somebody to like hold their stuff while they were like putting things back in their bag or getting their money out, or generally just like looking for someone who needs some kind of help.
Okay. I think you see a merch booth by like a local maker who does like leather work, and it has a sizable like Hello Kitty inspired section. So there's
Okay,
like a lot of like spiked leather accoutrements in pastel pinks and purples at this booth. And this leather worker is kind of like between talking to people about the merch and like working on some kind of gauntlet.
Ooh. Okay. Do they look like they're in their element, or do they look like they're overwhelmed?
Oh, they actually, you know what? I think that like there's a little hesitation when they go to talk to a person that's just like, I would rather, like, you get the vibe that they would rather be in their shop working.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of
Ooh.
where they're in their element. And when they
Okay.
talk to people, they don't hate it, but they'd rather be working on this gauntlet.
I think then I would kind of like slide in sideways and just hey there. Looks like you've got quite a line, huh?
Yeah.
These are beautiful.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. I locally sourced. I've been working on these for a bit. my friend does a lot of leather work and was able to get me these, and points to like a stack of like cut pink and violet leather. It's just
These are amazing.
yeah.
Do you need some help? Looks like you're really just like in the zone making these awesome things, and I don't mind helping out, showing people things if that's okay with you.
You know what? You know what? Okay.
Not that you're
You know
not
what?
doing a great
Okay.
job.
You know what? You know what? I could use a break. I could use a break. If you need to know how much anything is, there's a sticker on it. If there's no sticker, come get me. I'll be kind of by the entrance.
Okay. Here, have some water.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, thanks.
Hands
We
them a
love a
bottle of
mom.
water and a little snack.
Yeah,
Gives
and
them flavor options of their drink mix if they want one.
they're absolutely very much a strawberry person, I think.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. I vibe with strawberry people. Not my favorite, but I always end up liking people who like strawberry flavors.
Okay. Yeah. This is
Mhm.
a so yeah,
And I
she takes
think,
a
yeah, go ahead.
she takes a sip of the strawberry flavored electrolyte water, and then like settles back down at the table to like thread long strips of leather through these gauntlets.
I love it. I think I start like you see kind of like kick in almost like a different, not a different personality, but you kind of see Aoife kick into like a different mode, and she starts getting really like kind salesperson-y, not like trying to voice things onto people, but being really helpful and explanatory, lacing things up really quickly, helping them buckle things, try on. She can like handle like 4 different people at a time, making sure not to lose track of anything. It's like those mom friend vibes of being able to keep like the eyes in the back of your head helps in this type of situation too. And in the meantime, she's chatting with the artisan and just like learning more about them and where they're from.
Yeah.
total front of house manager or just retail manager vibes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And she's
ahead.
actually not from here. She's from several towns away. But
Oh,
she sources her leather from this area, and that's where she got the tip off that there was going to be this festival. So she's traveled a ways to get here.
yeah, yeah. I think there's a point where I'll take like they said sustainable leather. Are you vegan or no?
I am. The leather's not.
You are the no, that's fine. I mean, vegan leather is
I
really just
love that.
plastic
Vegan
anyway.
leather is plastic. Vegan leather
Yeah.
is plastic, and
Yeah.
this is responsibly sourced leather.
Yeah.
So I feel confident selling it. Like
Yeah.
it's-
I feel like you honor the life of something when you like use everything,
you
you know,
use what
give
you
it
can.
back to the earth. Yeah, exactly.
You use what you
So
can. You don't let things go to waste. Is kind of the way I see it. Anyway.
and you've had a long journey, and she takes out a little packet of like beef jerky and like a protein and like really nutty granola bar. It's like there's some ingredients on there in case you have any nut allergies, but
Yeah.
that'll keep your
The
energy up.
jerky I'll pass on, but the granola bar looks great. Thank
Oh
you.
right, she said vegan. Just kidding. So
Yeah,
she
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
give her the jerky. She doesn't give her the jerky because she said
Oh
she
yeah.
was vegan.
Yeah.
So the protein granola bar, and then like one of those little snack cups that have like cheese and or not cheese. It would be vegan cheese and crackers because she has vegan options for everything too. But it's all
Like a
stuff that
classic
has like
person.
shelf stable.
Yeah. Oh,
Mm.
can I get your opinion on something?
Of
And she kind of
course.
there's a large kind of selection of pewter charms
Ooh.
in a variety of different shapes. And she's like, I don't know, I'm looking at just kind of like making a simple collar. Which one of these would you use?
Hmm. She starts like kind of like flipping through them and do like she'll touch each one, kind of just like getting like a visual and a tactile feel for it. And she settles on one that is shaped like a harp, like a hand harp, not a large one, a little hand
Yeah.
harp.
All right.
I
Okay,
like this one.
thanks. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. And she kind of starts on like a roughly choker dimensioned strip of pastel pink.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes. And I think after a little bit of your sales work and your management, eventually the line kind of dies down as a big headliner. I think it's actually time for Sadistic Lunaria to take the stage, and everyone's been kind of excited about Sadistic Lunaria. And as the crowd kind of filters away, you feel someone tap on your shoulder, and she just kind of holds out a studded pink choker with a harp charm on it.
Oh,
Like,
free
thanks.
merch.
Thanks for helping me out today. I just kind of you're wearing a lot of pink, so I thought maybe that was your vibe.
Yeah, I like pastels a lot. This is beautiful. Thank you so much. And she'll put it on. Oh, it's perfect. Did you just visually measure that?
No, it's I mean, I have kind of this was pre-cut, but it did kind of look like it was the right size.
You're very skilled.
Thanks. It's my favorite thing to do.
I'm glad you're doing it. Art makes the world better.
Mhm.
I agree. I really do.
What's your name?
I'm Kelly. Don't ask
Kelly.
how to spell it. It's like CEALIDH.
Do you have Irish ancestry?
Yeah, my mom is my mom's from Dublin, so
Oh, oh, I'm Aoife.
Aoife, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm not gonna ask
You
how
too.
it's spelled. I
That's a good idea.
but no, I've lived here all my life, but I hear a
Mm.
lot about Ireland from mom, so
It's beautiful.
I'd love to go
You should. I'm
one of these days.
I'm on the west usually. When I'm there, I'm here for a bit. But when I go home, if you end up in West Country,
Hey.
I'll keep it in mind. I'll absolutely keep it here. And she kind of rummages, and it's a testament to her poor business skills that she didn't have these at the ready, but she eventually finds her business cards and gives you one.
I love it.
Like
Perfect.
she should have had them ready. And then you start hearing the sounds of Sadistic Lunaria. And I think because several of us are fans of symphonic metal, that's the kind of band this is.
Mm-hmm.
There's an absolute wailing of a lead vocalist. Just one of those very, very powerful metal leading ladies.
Hell
Whose
yeah.
voice just
Their
echoes
second
all the
album was
rest of-
better, but you know, I'm a fan of the fourth album, the fifth album too.
They're gonna a lot of it's gonna be from the second, because that's the ones the diehards know.
Yeah. True
But-
fan. No gatekeeping at music festivals. Just
Yeah.
exposure.
Yeah, but at the same time, you want to give the diehards what they expect, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like second album or GTFO, but no, man, you gotta let the artists express themselves.
The sixth
good-
is the latest. You're gonna hear a lot of songs from the sixth, but they're gonna dip back to the second for the diehards.
Well, yeah, like
Yeah.
there's overlapping themes between the music. Like their song "I Want to Bathe in Your Blood" and the song "Tastes Like Thunder" are like totally like it's a continuation of the same
Absolutely.
story across albums, man. Yeah.
Absolutely. And like, well, Red Destiny was an album about kind of a violent and bloody revolution. Like this latest album is like, from what you've heard so far, has the vibe of just like royal decadence tipping over into bloodshed. So like there's a link there. There's a link
Yeah.
there. And
My favorite part about music festivals is random music theory conversations in the crowd. Sorry.
yeah. And I am absolutely pulling on my love of Camelot, which is one of my favorite bands. So
Love it. I
And-
think I'll the empty strawberry packet, I'll just write like her phone number on her. I will write my phone number on and give it to her, like, you know, if you're ever
yeah,
in the area.
absolutely.
I'll show you
Uh,
around kind of thing.
Thanks. And she tucks it into her work belt.
Mhm.
And I think because you wanted to be the one who cues me doing nonsense, I think out of the
Mhm.
corner of while the singer is taking a breath between notes, you hear the sound like the buffeting of enormous wings. You can't see where it comes from, but you hear it.
I think I look at Kelly say, get somewhere safe and take people with you.
Right.
And I
Will
just
do.
take a beeline off like towards the middle of the like field area to kind of like start looking around.
All right. And I think what you see is, let's just turn these off, turn this on. Beep. Oh. So you see something enormous taking off from the near the main stage. Where, and I think the music has kind of ground to a halt temporarily as somebody in the band has noticed this as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they this enormous pearlescent figure kind of makes a huge gesture with one of the wings and hurls like shining pearly feathers to the earth. And where they hit the ground sprout angels. Ooh. We have got 5 fifth chorus angels, which just look like pearly little blobs, like pearls around the size of, I kind of want to say like a beanbag chair, that just kind of roll around on the ground, and they are directly in front of the stage. And near the stage, there is one of those world-renowned sculptures of an eagle in flight. And that way, there are a bunch of first chorus angels, which look kind of like, I don't know if you've played Final Fantasy 12, the save crystals. They're just like crystals that hover on midair, but they're iridescent and vaguely rainbow.
Good colors, bad angels.
Oh yeah, no, they're terrible. They're really quite dreadful. We're not a fan. We don't love them.
Mm-mm.
So now my question is, it is such a good day to yell at God.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my hymnals. So my question is, where is everyone? Let's see. Aoife is no. Let me just beep. Aoife is kind of away from this where the merch is, which is this away. Where's Coyote?
Coyote's probably backstage on the side of the stage. Helped move equipment. I'm gonna get as close as I can to the show.
Okay. Awesome. Where is Meg, where's Dal?
I think Dal has wandered back towards like the crowds, so probably like maybe 40 feet, trying to get closer to like a mashed potato and see if like she can start jumping in, kind of thing, to understand it better. So she's a little bit closer to the stage.
Trying to learn the ways of the mashed potato.
Yes.
And last but certainly not least, Luna. Can I just put you in the mashed potato?
Yes, you can put me in the mashed potato.
Okay. So the mashed potato, there are a bunch of people in the mashed potato who are surrounded by these fifth chorus angels. We have 35 civilians on scene, say your staff, over the comms. So now I would love to introduce everyone to Welcome to Combat. Yeah. It's combat time. So here's the way combat flows. Everyone in the party gets to take a turn. On their turn, they can take an action and a movement. They can move anywhere on the field they like. At any time they want, it doesn't have to be their turn, they can use powers. They can use powers on my turn. Whenever they feel like it, they can chip in and use powers. Before that, however, because it is time to activate your hymnals, I would love to hear what song everyone is singing. And I would love for you to answer one of the questions attached to that song for the audience, please. Because I've attached some character questions to all of the songs. I'm just gonna let's start with Coyote.
Okay.
Oh, and if you could also take a minute to describe what your hymnal looks like once you've activated it.
Yeah. I'm getting the questions pulled up. so yeah, seeing this angel activity started up, Coyote just sighs and starts humming. um, and yeah, it's the eye of the messer. Okay. Let's see. That is my resolute song. And there's my question. So um yeah, so the question, what have you survived to make it to this point? And Coyote, as their messer, which looks like a bull, it's called Minotaur. It starts out on 4 legs and is able to charge and do fun stuff, and then stand up on the hind legs and be a Minotaur. Uh, but yeah, so Coyote has survived because they have to. Um, it's not because they want to. It's just they made a promise and they have to keep it. And the promise is that they're going to fight back against these fucking angels and kill God. Like that's just, you have to do it for her. Got to do it for her. So yeah, that's that's Coyote. What and the messer, like I said, is Minotaur and looks like a giant bull. What else was I supposed to do?
No, you have done it. You've answered
Okay.
the question. You've described the hymnal. You're singing your resolute song,
Yep,
which I
have the
love.
messer.
And I'm just gonna go down on my chart, which is to say, Luna time.
Let's see. I think I am going to sing my proud song, which is kind of an up-tempo one called Bad Influence. And I don't have the questions in front of me, so if you don't mind reading that aloud.
Oh no, I don't mind at all. I don't mind one bit. I've got the power, I think.
Power.
Did
Got
I
the touch.
did I tag this? No, I didn't. Am I a fool?
I have it up right. I can read them out
Or
because it's on
whoever
the same
wants to.
page.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna ask, what do you want the world to know?
I want the world to know that despite my small stature, I will try to save as many people as possible because of moments like this at the festival. I really believe that this is what life's about, and I am going to protect it as much as possible. And so you see this, the hymnal unit. My weapon is actually, I'm type 05, which is the Zeiston unit. My weapon is a pole arm. The long pole arm, it looks like a Lucerne hammer, which is a very versatile weapon. It's kind of like a mix between like a warhammer and like a pole arm, sort of with the spear at the tip, but it also has a hammer, so there's like a smashy bit, a pokey bit, a spiky bit, so I can pretty much hit whatever. My hymnal is sort of a greenish blue teal color. The helm of it kind of spikes out almost like a lion mane, with the front of it coming into a visor with 2 fangs hanging out, and
Yes.
my call sign is Sabertooth.
Yes. Powerful and good.
Mm-hmm.
Mick, would you please?
So remember how I said I was classically trained?
Yes.
Dal is also the Zeiston type, but I went the other direction with it to where I'm actually a scythe. And basically it is modeled fucking backgrounds. Wait a minute. It is modeled after this, which in music is called the Dalsenio, or like to the beginning. So basically I hold it at like the little bottom part and wield it like a scythe.
Nice.
And while the blur gets back to me, I am trying to not quite use it as like a weapon. I always try to like err on the side of like protection. And if there's one thing that Dal has learned in the time of the Mellowfest is that everybody is friends here. Like everyone takes care of each other. So I'm actually going to be singing my my love song.
Yay.
Oh.
Yay.
And I'm going to answer who do you love the most? And it's going to be very vague, but it is essentially I love people who have love in their hearts. and that I can easily tell who that is. And very obviously in this like metal festival, that's right now it's everybody that's there. Specifically, it's obviously Aoife and like my squad mates as well. But it's the general like idea is like those who actually have love in their hearts, who are pure of heart. Is kind of Dell's whole shtick. So
Oh, I love that.
Aw, what
It's
a
so good.
what a
That's
sweet
so
baby.
pure.
What a sweet baby.
yeah, and
What?
my call sign is Senyo, so like my whole name is basically just a whole pun.
Yeah. Yeah. Aoife. I am
Okay.
assuming we see Aoife running away from the merch booths toward the chaos
Absolutely.
as she activates her hymnal, and I would love to hear more about that.
So, I actually, it's funny because I envisioned, so I'm a Garrote type, which spoke to me a lot with just the general vibe of it, and I picked the type B. And the thing that's interesting about the Garrotes to me is that even though it's like a handmade, what is it called? Amateur. It's an amateur hymnal. So for reference for everyone in the audience, there's like the government sponsored ones, and then there's ones that like you kind of maybe scavenged something from the battlefield that got left behind and you were able to make a hymnal out of it, and that's where mine comes from. And so its thing is it's like even more able to harmonize than the like government sponsored ones. So I feel like her transformation, she doesn't have a specific like phrase that she sings each time. It always is kind of like vibing with the scene or one of her the other like operatives or something. So because we're at like a metal concert shindig, I think that that I used to be a soprano, so I probably can't do it, but I'll try. There's a part in one of the Evanescence songs where she does the like it's too high for me, but anyway, she does like throws her head back and she unleashes this like almost like a scream sing, and I always pictured her transformation coming out of her throat. So I think it's really interesting that you ended up making a choker for her,
Aw.
because I saw it as like all these like silvery tethers come just like
Nice.
like
Aw.
they like splay out and then they like wrap around her and form her suit. And it's azure blue with like silver bits to it, but it has a distinctly red visor on the helmet.
Yeah.
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 And her what is it, call sign? The call sign is Banshee. So it's very like vocal projection type stuff. And so they all like all these like string cord things like wrap around her and form this mech suit that almost looks like it has like flowing silvery bits to it, and they all look like little like stringed instrument like harp string type things. So she just like throws her head back and unleashes this like scream sing and does her like transformation, and she is like she has roller skates on, but she kind of
Yeah.
floats most of the time. So I think as she like she's running and as she starts to transform, she starts skating on the like paved area, and then when she gets to the grass, she just kind of like continues moving forward without really like touching the ground. And she'll be singing her, I think we'll start off with the cheerful song. So the question,
Open ashes
what do
to
I?
ashes.
Yeah, I think, I'll answer the what trauma lets you be happy on the battlefield. And so Eva's whole thing, she swears an oath of vengeance to each ally felled by the angels. It says, knowing that I'm working my way towards killing the god that killed them fills me with joy.
Yep.
So her whole thing is like, the battlefield is a place of joy for me because I'm getting vengeance for every single person who suffered due to this like unjust thing happening. And she's just like, and every angel killed is one step closer to killing God. I'm just making my way downtown. So
Yeah.
I didn't, I think I misunderstood making a song for each song. What I ended up doing instead was I wrote a little parody. So I'll just do like a little excerpt, and anytime I do something, I'll pull a little part from it. So her theme again is very like cottagecore. So her music is like witch pop.
Yeah.
So
That's so
you know
cute.
that that witch song that came out recently. I think it was like started on TikTok or whatever. So it's a parody of that. So she starts, rumor on the street is that her hymnal's pretty vicious. The Gales say she's charming, but the angels think she's wicked. Out to kill God, I saw her howling in the night. If a heaven sent you, then you better run and hide.
Very good.
Thank you.
Very powerful. They are not going to run and hide. They are, in fact, here to do crime.
Mm-hmm.
Here to
We'll
do
see about
crimes
that.
to humanity. So, like I said, you can all take your turns in any order. You can move, you can make evac rolls, you can make an attack roll. Basically, you have one roll and one movement, and then once you've all done it, I do crime. That's powers can happen anytime as long as you have the gain.
Okay.
You receive gain every turn from your song, and each song has a different amount of gain that it gives a person. So, who has a thing they would like to do right now, currently in the present moment?
Dal's gonna try and run as close to Luna as possible, and cast spinning her spinning shield move, which is called Caesura.
That one is that's when you use when I'm doing an attack.
Oh, boo hiss.
Yeah, you can just you don't have to use that right now. You can just use it on my turn when I'm doing an attack.
Okay. So then what
yeah.
if I'm gonna use my gain, then how does that work?
You don't have to, powers can happen anytime you want, on your turn, on someone else's turn, on my turn, whenever. So on your turn, you can make a roll and you can make a movement. And rolls are, you can make an attack roll, you can make an evac roll, you can make any kind of action that isn't covered by a power, really. But
Okay.
powers can happen whenever you feel like. So don't feel like you need to wait till your turn to do them.
Got it. Okay then. Well, I'm still gonna run towards Luna because Luna's closest at this point.
Yeah.
And so that'll be my movement, and then my action is just gonna be kind of like getting ready and vocally for Dal, because she's a singer. She's just going to pop up and hit a very, very high note to kind of like get the attention of everybody. And I'm not gonna do it because it'll hurt y'all's ears because you've got headphones on. But
Thank you.
she's gonna hit that one classical high note that like you always hear from sopranos. She's gonna hit that.
Can you, as cats do, begin with a C?
Yeah, just to like hit everybody with a high C to get everyone's attention. And just be like, Luna, how do we get them out of here?
Well, this is you two. Yeah. So, yeah, you can make an evacuation roll is basically you doing anything you can think of to get people out of the scene. At that point, you're going to describe what you're doing. I'm going to tell you what stat to roll, and then we're going to see how many people escape due to that. Okay, so you're moving this way. Are you just straight up engaging with the angels by the statue? Well, here's the thing about type 1. They're powerful. Type 5 is horrible little landmines that will pop when damage is dealt to them and deal damage to everything in the area. So these little guys, these little type 5s are not to be messed with recklessly. So I would love to return to Dal for a second. Are you just trying to get everyone's attention and get them to run?
To walk quickly because I don't want to cause like a stampede.
Sure. Okay. Sounds to me like a harmony roll.
Yeah.
So if I could get you to just basically, how big is your harmony?
3.
So
Personal question.
Right.
So can I get you to roll 3 of the 6 in, please? 3 of the D6 in, please.
for a 14.
Oh no, which is the highest result?
6.
6, perfect. So with 6, you can definitely immediately get 5 people out of the scene.
Okay, cool.
So we've got you hear comms say, okay, 30 people on scene.
Cool.
So I think you've got the people closest to you have left and people have started filtering out.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, good job. So Amanda, you've done a move. What would you like to do with your action this turn? Okay. So because that doesn't require a roll, that's just a power use. So you can that's not how you do, like, if you just want to attack a dude, you can do that. Your attack range is near, if I remember right. Oh yeah, but you can do that and attack somebody. So I think what I'd like to do is put you here because this is your near range. So this is your sorry. So what I'm going to do is you run to scything distance from the nearest angel. And it sounds like a volume roll. I suppose hammering distance for you. So I would love for you to roll 3 dice and tell me what the highest one is. 3 is a success with consequences. So if I recall correctly, first chorus angels have like no HP. So you definitely shatter it. That occurs. Placing him numbies. You definitely do a shatter to this. The first angel to be felled is just mashed by Sabretooth's Lucerne hammer.
Heck yeah.
It is absolutely. So
First, you take the angels and you mash them. You mash them.
You mashed them. Absolutely do. Where's my pen? Here we go, because I've got to keep track of enemy drops, and that's going to happen on my turn. But we have mashed a angel. What have I done? I turned
Oh,
my
geez.
panels off. I turned
I feel
my-
like I also just want to apologize. I believe I was muted this whole time for the Twitch chat, so I apologize for that.
Oh no.
There we go. So if you want to use javelin launch, you do not have to do it on your turn. You can do it literally whenever you want.
Okay.
And anything that's outside these concentric circles is fair game for javelin launch. Because it is a far opponent. So yeah, you can do that anytime. You can do that on my turn. You can do that on their turns, whatever.
Yeah, I think I will wait on that then.
Okay. Sarah.
Yeah,
Katie, what are your thoughts? Who would like to go?
I can wait.
Okay. How far can we move?
Oh, wherever.
Okay.
These
And
are
the
mech suits. You
fives-
can go wherever you want.
That's fair. Five are the explodey ones, and they're the ones that are near the crowd, right?
Yup.
Okay. So I think I will move over to the crowd as well, trying to keep them safe. Okay, so ignore something about the battlefield. Spin to gain, using a power to ignore a barrier. So I think her weapon is a cat of nine tails.
Yeah.
But I know that these are the type that if I do any damage, they'll explode, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I think what is my range? I think it was near also because of
Yes.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
So I
Garrod is
think-
the near
oh.
range.
Is the Nephilim still around?
You cannot see it.
Okay, it's disappeared. Okay.
Your support staff are like, we're detecting the Nephilim's signature. We're trying to pin its location, but we don't know where it is.
Okay, perfect. So I think what I'll do then, I'm looking at all the different roles. I think I would also like to try evacuating some of the civilians. I'm thinking I want to kind of like I'm watching these five fives, and I'm going to try to determine based on what I know of them, like what their next move is, and like head them off at the pass. So either literally like uh inserting myself between them in the direction they're going and like kind of like standing between them like you have to you shall not pass,
All right.
that kind of a thing, so that I can block off their advancement towards the crowd.
Okay, I would love a harmony roll from you, please.
Okay, that is a 4. So then I just give you the highest number or the total?
Just tell me the highest number.
6.
Perfect. Success, no consequences. 5 people are removed from the scene.
Okay.
Yay.
And so
So
then I think, sorry, go ahead.
25 civilians on hand.
Ooh. Heck yeah. So I think I'll probably be sitting on the power because I plan on putting a barrier around someone to protect them in case the angels try to blow up at them or whatever.
Okay.
So I think that's good for me for now then.
Alrighty. Sarah, you going anywhere? You doing anything?
Oh yeah. So yeah, Minotaur is huge. BT dubs. I don't know if I mentioned that, but huge,
Yeah,
like
big.
head and shoulders taller than most
Huge.
hymnals. I'm gonna go down on all fours and rush the 4 little angel boys that are down here and try to attack. And
Messer is near or close range.
yep. So move into range and how Minotaur attacks is my horns are projectile and close bladed weapons.
Yeah.
So
Yes, Sarah.
as I go to attack, like just the horns will pop off and more horns and like bony growths go out on the arms, and I'm a prickly boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
So yeah,
it.
what do you want me to roll, choir master?
If you're just doing an attack to a angel, that honestly, that sounds like a volume roll. You're just charging in and doing violence.
Yep. Okay, well, thankfully my song's ability makes it that a roll of 3 or higher is a complete success, because that was the highest I rolled.
Okay. So you definitely, I think what's going to happen is you're moving down here and you just charge directly through one of these
Yeah.
angels. One of the angels surrounding the statue happens to be in Minotaur's way and just gets shattered just by the moving in a straight line of this indomitable battle beast.
Yep. I am Big Bull. I am rushing in China shop. Angels are China shop.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, it's always the last one I try for. There we go. So it just gets obliterated.
Oh, I mean, no, fuck
Not
you.
awe. Not awe.
Tell God he's next.
Tell God.
Tell God
Mhm.
they're next.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh crap! It's my turn.
Yeah.
I just say I love that there are like 2 talls, 2 smalls, and we have split up where there's a tall and small in each one.
I know, it's so cute.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it is, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Let's see here. I do actually need my dices because it's time for me to roll for drops. Uh-oh.
Spaghettios.
Spaghettios.
Hmm.
So the one of the angels, nothing happens. It is fine. Nothing happens. It gets shattered. But the one that Minotaur plows through dissolves onto air into a rainbow fog. And you hear your support staff say, condemnation 10% and rising.
Ooh.
Condemnation is an airborne neurotoxin that angels spread. If it hits 50%, it's bad. If it hits 100%, it's worse. It's at 10%. So there we have that. Let's see. What's the next thing that happens? Oh, the GM does crime.
Mhm.
So not only are they assholes, but they're polluting.
They are polluting, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not great. So from the foggy, gray, almost white sky of this gloomy day, 8 more of these pearlescent feathers fly down to the ground like arrows. And where they hit, they pop into awful little crystalline spider shapes. These are second chorus angels, and they immediately start just kind of ripping up pieces of the ground.
Rude. Nobody asked for you to come in here and plant plants, Karen.
Nobody asked for it. And yet, here we are. Let's just take a look here. 2 enemy actions per player character. So let's see. We have got some 5th chorus angels. So I'm going to take 4 5th chorus actions and then 4 first chorus actions.
Cool. Totally fine.
That's false, actually. I'm going to take 2, 2, and 4. Yeah, okay. So one of the 5th chorus angels starts doing a little poof, poof, and like puffing like a mushroom releasing spores, and condemnation spikes to 30%.
Oh.
Condemnation 30% and rising. One of them is going to activate an arcane barrier on itself. So there's just a set of like bright white blue glyphs that appear on air, rotating around it in like a ribbon.
Pretty evil.
Oh yeah, extremely evil. And actually, I think one of them is going to. Oh, none of them are. Oh no, never mind. These 2 are close range to Sinyo, so they're going to steal a gain from you.
From who?
From you, Meg. Meg, your gain goes down by 1 as one of the little blobs kind of like bounces up to you and siphons some of the power out of your unit.
Rude.
Profoundly impolite. It's true.
Like that is not pit etiquette right there.
That's not pit
For real.
etiquette. And here's my reminder that if you feel like you want to stop me and you have a power that can stop me, you can try and stop me.
Oh. Can I ask you a question then?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. So instead of doing a shroud or a steel sigil, keening shroud, my ability, the angel that dropped condemnation, could I then use my so just a question. So I'm singing my cheerful song. So I gain 2 gain per turn while I'm singing it, right?
Every turn.
Okay.
Yes.
So then for 2 gain, I can spend those and use my strangle, my damping rains, which deals 2 harm to it. But then it says the target cannot drop condemnation and ignore any effects that take place if the target is destroyed.
Yes.
So if I kill it, it can't blow up at them. Can I prevent that 20% condemnation?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
dropping?
gonna let that happen. Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like she skates in and does like, you can almost see like shockwaves coming out of her voice, and she just like screams at it, and it like it's like a sound barrier almost. So whatever it tries to do, she dampens it.
Okay. All right. So let's see. I think that these first chorus angels here are going to just try and do a hurt at Minotaur because they are criminals. So I genuinely think that this is actually this is hilarious because I think one of them is going to add 10% condemnation to the battlefield, and the remaining 2% are going to try to deal 1 harm. However, I've remembered that you're singing a resolute song, which means you take 1 less harm. So genuinely, 2 of them just mosh pit off of you and do nothing. They a whirling saw blade emerges around the middle of this crystal, and it zooms in to try to take a chunk out of Minotaur and fails. It just bounces clean off and does nothing. I think
before I get smacked, my song actually when I started, I can choose someone in the scene, and then I can spend a gain to apply an arcane barrier.
Yeah. So
I'm
who
gonna
in
do
the
it to
scene-
myself because I know myself. I'm very accident prone.
Yeah, oh yeah. You can spend a game to give yourself an arcane barrier. That's allowed.
Okay.
That's absolutely allowed.
Okay. And then, because I'm so close to Luna, I do still want to.
Oh no, Luna's far from you right now.
No, why did you run from me?
Aoife's close to you.
I'm nearby, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will do my Caesura power for Aoife, which is the spinning shield, so it'll prevent an attack against a close character.
Okay, and again, nobody's
Ooh.
attacked Aoife though, so you can
Yeah.
hold on to that until someone attacks Aoife.
Oh, okay, okay. I
Yeah.
just assumed they were all attacking at this point.
No, I haven't attacked Aoife. I am
Okay.
about to attack. I am about to attack Luna, but because I am.
If you didn't run away from me, Luna, I could heal you. I could heal you.
Don't worry about it. Honestly, don't worry about it.
So, this little second chorus, like crystal spider, is going to make its way over from its place surrounding the statue and reach up and do a fight. And it does deal 2 harms to a close or near target. So, unless you would like to stop me, Luna, take 2 damage.
Wait. I want to interrupt you real quick.
Yeah.
Because I got me. Hey, you there? Hey.
Yeah.
So, but it's a blade thrower. So for 1 gain, I can prevent an attack against a far character.
Yep, Luna's far from you, and yep, so it is about to do a hurt to Luna when a flying minotaur horn
Mhm.
just like knocks the attack aside. That is correct.
Amazing.
I think this little guy is just gonna start chewing on the ground.
Do
He's
Aw,
chewing
he's
on the
hungry.
ground. Yeah, he's hungry and he's chewing on the ground.
we know what
Um,
chewing on the ground means
Um,
as operatives? If not, that's fine. Just wondering.
how can I?
Like,
I don't think you know what chewing on the ground means. Normally, the second chorus angels want to destroy infrastructure. They like to ruin roads. They like to take down
Okay.
buildings.
They're
It's
just
chewing
they're
on the
probably
ground.
around cables. That's all.
It chewing on
Yeah.
the ground is not something you've seen it do before, but there's clearly something it wants to destroy there.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I think.
And
Okay.
that was my turn, so it's time for you all to take a turn now.
Yeah,
Which
we
means
get
you
more
all get
gain.
you all get more gain, and you can
Woohoo.
all move and take actions.
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is gonna be a little bit funny. Minotaur's gonna back up a little bit, beep beep beep,
Mhm.
and then using 1 game, I'm gonna use advance, which is the nearness of you. It's just the nearness of you. I'm going to back up so that my target is in close range, and then charge and do 2 harm, and then push the target into near range.
It just goes
So-
right through it. It just
Oh,
if your target is these first chorus angels, you go
Yeah.
right through it. But you do move
Okay.
forward into near range by doing so.
Yep. I just want to kill everything.
Do it. Kill
So, yeah.
everything.
Let's do that. What do you want me to? Oh no, I
Oh
guess
no, this is a
my
power. You don't
power.
have to roll. It just happens.
Yeah. And then I want to attack another one that the power don't hit.
Yeah. No.
So
Yeah. Roll.
I have
roll an
1 horn
attack.
blast.
It sounds
knock
like
1
volume.
away.
Sounds like you're attacking with volume. Please do it.
Yep. My other horn spins off, and I got all 1s.
All ones.
Yeah.
Failure and a consequence.
Oh.
Ooh.
A consequence means
no.
that I can do an action. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to have one of you know what? I'm going to have one of these guys, not this guy, the other one. Just kind of move down to the path and buzzsaw a civilian who on their way out is kind of and I'm not going to be gory with this. They get dissolved. They turn to ash
Oh.
and dissolve. as this buzzsaw goes through, and comms are like 24 civilians and counting.
Oh, that don't make me feel so resolute no more.
It's not ideal. It's not optimal.
Wait, Hemley unit.
Okay.
rules-
So who is the pink star again?
The pink star is a second chorus angel, a
Oh,
weird
the
little
pink
crystal
star.
spider.
Pink star. I am going to attack it.
Do it. Ruin it.
Make them regret the day.
And how do I do
Yeah.
that?
So, let's see here. You are in close range with it. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna move you because I think you can only attack in near range.
Yeah. I do have aerial attack. I can.
Oh yeah,
spend-
aerial attack. But
Okay,
that's
so-
again, that's a power you can do that anytime you want.
Yeah. So
You do that right now.
Yeah, I will spend
Okay.
1 gain to do that.
Perfect. So you go up into the air, you come down directly upon it. You deal how much damage? Any.
Two harm.
It's not powerful.
2 harm.
It gets shattered. Absolutely shattered.
Cool.
Uh,
And actually, what I want to do now is I'm going to spend my last 2 gain for this turn, and I want to duet and sing another Resolute song.
Okay, so you are using your converter to switch to singing a duet with Coyote, the Resolute song.
My Resolute song is called "Scratch Me Up."
Cute.
I like that.
I love it.
Nice.
So you still have like an action. You can make an evac roll if you want. You can
Yes, I want to
play
try to
normal
evac.
attack. Okay. How are you doing this? What are you doing to make sure people get out of this scene safely?
Let's see, where are most of the people now?
A bunch of the people are kind of in the general middle. They're making their way to the path and they're leaving, but there's like, yeah, most of the people are here on the road, I think.
All right, I am going to. I think I'm just
Like-
going to try to just. Again, kind of like make myself kind of like a human shield. In a way, and
All right.
just kind of like come between them and the angels.
Okay, that sounds to me like a straight up just volume. That sounds like you're being bigger and tougher and being in the way.
All right, my volume is 3.
So please roll me 3 dice.
And since I switched to Resolute Song before I did this, that is a 3. But that counts as a success now.
Yep, no consequences. A success with no consequences will get 5 people out of the scene.
All
19
right.
civilians and counting on the scene. Good job, team. Comes over the
Can-
comms.
Can I actually? So I didn't want to interrupt, although I did kind of interrupt because ADHD.
Mm.
Are we using the optional rules for the organization?
Yes, but I'm gonna need everyone to decide right now what the abilities of their team are, because there's
So-
2 possible ones.
Yeah, I think given, hear me out on this, given that we knew that this was like a festival and there were definitely going to be a good amount of civilians nearby, I feel like for the commander, we would have taken the emergency request one for the evacs.
Okay.
That makes
But
sense.
that-
That
I feel like
tracks.
that,
Mhm.
yeah, it does. It definitely is a little bit helpful, like given the situation. But I feel like that's obviously the choice that one of the choices we would have made.
I didn't
Yeah.
read the instruction manual, so I trust your judgment.
Okay.
Well, I
I
mean, it just
started
makes
looking-
logistical sense. Like if you're going
Yeah.
into this mission, you know that it's a music. There's civvies. They're
Yeah.
gonna prepare for evac.
Right.
Like
Yeah, exactly. It's not like, oh, we're in an area where there might be some civilians. It's like literally that's the point. Is this a gathering?
yes.
So when that angel with the thing with consequences, can we interrupt you to do one of these rolls?
Yes. Literally
Before that
anytime.
happened-
If you have the
Okay.
game, you can do whatever you want.
Well, I don't know how much gain it might take.
What do you?
let me-
What? Oh no. For these rules, I actually
for the
haven't put a timing for
organization.
these. Okay. I don't have a timing for these, but you know what? Okay, I'm open to this being in response to the consequence.
feel free to tell me no, because I am a real life bard and I will find a way to talk you into it if I want to.
Eh,
So, but tell me no. That's my.
eh.
I'm not saying I will always make a success on my in real life role, but I will try to. So I was thinking, as like this consequence is happening, and I'm seeing this angel make a beeline for one of these civilians. I'm thinking like, that's it. We've got to get them out of here, and we make the emergency request and roll before that one gets dissolved. Is the hope, because we could potentially just get all of them out very quickly. Does that work and negate that? Even if it doesn't
I-
negate that, I think I would still want to do it.
Here's what I'm gonna say. On a 6, you will negate it.
On a 6? Okay.
Anything under a 6, this isn't negated.
Okay.
He's a fair cop.
How many dice do I roll?
You roll 1.
Just one.
Yeah.
Okay.
You roll
Oh
1.
man, which dice do I use? I'm gonna
Whichever
use the
one is
earth
prettiest.
Oh, that's hard because they're all very pretty.
No.
I have to take the glasses off to see which one is prettiest.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna use Stardust Geode. Come on, Geode. Oh, I dropped it.
That does mean this is the only support roll you can make because it's once per combat.
But okay, I dropped on the ground, but it was a 6.
Absolutely not. Roll the dice.
Okay. Well, I rolled it and it fell on the ground. I rolled it and it fell.
Yeah, but if it fell on the ground and rolled a 1, you would have picked it up and re-rolled it, and you wouldn't have told me.
I rolled a 6 again. I literally will show
Okay.
you in my little
All right.
cat thing.
No, you know
Just a
what?
6.
No, you rolled it. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
On the floor was deeply suspect. This
That's
one,
fair.
absolutely.
That's fair. That's fair.
Uh,
So I feel like mom powers activate, and this angel goes like beelining for that thing, and I'm just like, Commander, get them out of here.
Yeah.
it's the arm block. It's
Yeah,
in the car arm
armed.
block. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I think how does this happen?
Greg, good guy Greg.
Good guy,
Yeah,
Greg.
good. You know, absolutely not. He can't stand against angels. They'll turn him to dust.
Okay,
can't.
yeah, I was
Well,
thinking.
he could have
yeah.
body tackled somebody out of the way.
You know what? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's what's gonna happen. Is he's gonna body tackle somebody out of the way, and you hear the thumping against the sky of helicopter wings, as the commander's search and rescue former teammates for when they used to do search and rescue ops have all come to get people out of the scene, and a bunch of rope ladders unfurl downward.
Yay.
The helicopters spirit the civilians away from the scene.
And I don't have even more guilt and remorse from not saving somebody right in front of
It's
me.
true. Yes.
Yay. Undoing
Woo.
trauma
I'm
one
allowing
roll
it.
at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yes.
Thank you for allowing us to do that. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be a jerk later, so don't worry about it.
That's okay.
It is my way.
Paybacks.
I think that's your turn. I think that's your turn.
I think Luna was still in the middle of something, and
Yeah, Luna was in the middle of something.
Oh,
I
I think I
interrupted
was
to
pretty
do that.
much done. Oh, okay. So just so I am clear, when I was reading the instructions, we gain a gain every turn. Is that correct?
You get gain equal to the amount of gain your song gives.
Okay.
You're
So
singing a
right now with
resolute song,
Resolute,
so you get 3.
Okay.
Wait, no, Resolute is 2.
Resolute is 2? Okay, I misremembered.
Okay.
Yep, nope, you're fine. I got the spreadsheet open, so I'm just
I
like,
can't memorize it. I wrote
That's
it,
fair.
but I can't memorize it.
you've written a lot of things.
Yeah.
I can't
so-
memorize my own name. It's 3 letters. Shit.
A bat.
What do they call me again? Ted? I don't know. Shit.
I am gonna go ahead and also channel in my other power for Cambiata, so I'm gonna change my song to match another hymnal. And so I'm going from my love song O mio amico caro to Larve forte, and it translates to this weapon is strong, and so it sort of switches gears to if y'all know that one song where it's like da 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 da,
Yeah,
but, like,
yeah,
Yeah.
angry. But
From what? The
angry.
Barber of Seville?
And it's my violent song, so I'm switching it over because now that the civilians are gone, I can actually just unleash. And I am unhinged, and I'm going to hurt someone.
Yeah.
Love that.
So I switched over, and it's switched over. I have like the fun little like spin thing, and I've slammed it in the ground, very anime, like
Yes,
So-
yes, yes. yes.
And
Anime, yes.
I'm just gonna like swing to hit the closest, like one or 2
Mhm.
next to me. I don't know if there's like a limit to that, but
No, I'm only gonna let you if it's a regular attack roll. You can only attack one target, but you can
Okay.
use powers against whoever you want, whenever you want. So
okay, that sounds good. But yeah, I'm gonna swing to like the one closest to my the far left. And just kind
okay,
of like baseball bat swing him. And
Yeah.
go for the best for a 5.
beautiful. It pops. It is not actually. Where was it? Where was it? Okay, it is not close to you. So when it explodes, you're fine. Except it deals 1 harm to every target in close range. And these little guys, they've only got 1 health.
Oh.
So it pops this guy. Oh wait, it pops this guy who pops this guy who pops this guy.
One of them had a shield. Does that make a difference?
Oh yeah, one of them is fine. Yeah, this guy's fine.
Oh,
Katie.
good.
Well, no,
Glad for
because
them.
because these things hurt us when they pop. That's
Yeah.
why I bring this up because
Yeah.
now we don't have to take on the brunt of 3 of them.
But I would absolutely love for where were these two exactly?
Damping
So
rains.
They were not close to Aoife, so I would love for Meg to take 2 damage.
Oh dang! I
You,
thought
one
that,
of them is absorbed by your. You have an arcane barrier, so I would like
Sure.
for you to take 1 damage, please. These have
and then-
already been destroyed. Damping rains would destroy a target that was already live. These guys are. They were. destroyed.
gotcha. So I can't. Okay. I see.
And then I'll turn to take out the last one, like while I'm just singing, and use my daring descant to deal 2 harm to that target.
Okay. It also pops. I believe
Yay.
Daring Descent puts you in close range.
Yeah, but I was already there.
So now I would love for you to take an additional damage.
That's fair.
So you have taken 2 harms, but you have cleared out the little bubble guys.
I lost my
Yay.
Yay!
Yay!
What type of song are you singing now that you changed it?
It is La Donna e Mobile, but just angry.
But what
Violence.
like what?
I think it was
Violent song? Okay.
Yeah, it's the violent song. Yeah,
Okay.
so that one, I essentially was answering like, who or what am I really out to destroy? And it's the bad guys.
Yeah,
That's fair.
And so whenever I would deal harm, I deal an extra 2.
Yes.
And then on a roll of 2 to 5, my action is a success, but with consequences.
Yeah, you have a lot of consequences that occur
Consequence.
because you're just doing violence.
I'm
Violence has
angry.
consequences.
I'm
So-
that unhinged bestie. You don't.
Tiny unhinged bestie. Yes, I had one of those growing up.
I think we haven't seen an action from Aoife from Banshee.
No, yeah, I haven't done anything yet. So now that those are all dead, I think. Okay, so are the little star things, the little piter,
Yeah, they're the little Piter.
digging in the ground?
Yeah.
Is this statue near that special tree?
It's actually you can see the tree from here. It's
Okay,
yeah, it's off screen, but it's not far off screen.
okay. I stop briefly and wonder if they are trying to kill the little special tree or something. And then I'm going to move over next to who is lighter blue or
That
teal?
would be Minotaur. The lighter
Minotaur.
one is Minotaur. Over here?
Yeah, I'm gonna skate over next to Minotaur, and going to just attack the close angel on the top there.
Okay.
How many do I roll
Roll
for an
me-
attack?
It depends. It sounds to me like you're just attacking with like speed, so it sounds like a tempo roll.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Kind of very anime, like rushing in at something and like whipping it.
Yeah.
5
their
is
real
my
good.
highest.
5 is your highest.
Mhm.
All right. It just gets lacerated and falls to pieces in chunks to the
Okay.
ground.
No explosion of condemnation or anything?
No. No.
Okay.
Not yet.
Then is the outer circle near, right? So the other
Mm,
angel is
Yeah,
within near.
if it's yes, that's correct.
So I'm going to spend my 2 gain that I've gotten then to damping range that one, deal 2 harm. They can't drop condemnation.
Okay.
And we ignore any effects that take place if they're destroyed.
Okay. It just plain is wrecked. So that's the first
Hecky.
wave all done.
Mm-hmm.
Second wave is still kind of happening, but that's all right. It's my turn. I love it when it's my turn.
No.
Mhm.
All the angels go home.
Okay.
They drop candy bars from the sky.
They drop candy bars. We love it.
Sweet
So
manna.
sorry about all of that, murder and stuff. Here's some Snickers.
Okay. So
Why wait?
these little guys are wrecking up the place. And I could take 8 actions. And it's all going to be second chorus actions. I think, genuinely, I'm a criminal. I'm an absolute criminal. This is what I'm going to do. All of them but one, I think. 6 of them stop
Oh.
what they're doing and start kind of puffing out like spores this rainbow fog. Condemnation spikes to 80%.
Shit.
I mean, it's pretty, but I'm not into it.
No,
not into it.
because on my next turn, everyone's going to take a damage.
Yeah, oh no.
Oh, don't worry, I'll fix it. The remaining second chorus angels, 2 of them focus on destroying a part of the scene.
Mm.
And as they do, the condemnation spikes. And you hear your support staff saying, condemnation at 100%. You need to leave. You hear faintly a wail from the stage. We're just going to turn that one on. And a spike of blood red light.
No.
And then what you see is
Quit trying to
condemnation
perform.
go from 100 back down to 0. All of the rainbow fog in the air is sucked into this eagle statue.
Ooh.
As the brass inlaid in the ground, something inlaid in the ground surrounding the statue is destroyed by the second chorus angels. And as it is, all of the condemnation drains.
Was it supposed to do that?
Hard to tell. Hard to tell. So now you've got 7 second chorus angels. You have got 0% condemnation. And you've got Niobe.
Got suspicion is what I got.
There is a violent song coming from the stage.
I've got one
As the
health, so how do I
vocalist-
heal?
The vocalist, to protect herself from the condemnation, has activated an archer type hymnal. And you see a figure in a bright blood red mech suit wielding an enormous bow standing behind the microphone.
Righteous.
Convenient.
Head banging to the street. Giant minotaur.
Is I did not want to trigger her until you guys were in trouble, but at 100% condemnation, she would die as a civilian. So
Mhm.
backup
So
is
she
here.
was in trouble. That's okay.
was,
That's
yeah.
okay.
She was very much in trouble. However, you have got these little spiders around the statue who have all kind of turned their energy from whatever it was they were doing to fighting you. And now it's your turn again.
Question: how do I heal?
You can spend, I think it's you gain and an HP. You can 1-to-1.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna do that real quick because I have 1 left.
Mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah, don't have one.
No
left.
PKs.
Yeah, no PKs.
Knock
I'll
on
do
wood.
it.
Question:
I'll do it. Yeah.
I
If-
know you would.
If we're duetting, do we gain more gain?
You do not, however, you do gain
No.
access to a duet power if you
Mm-hmm.
both spend all the gains that it costs.
Yeah, I do not have enough gain for that. Okay.
Oh, I forgot to roll for drops. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
There's
no,
actually
that's
one more
fine.
thing
You don't
I
have to
needed
do that.
There's one more thing that I needed to do real quick.
You don't need to do that. It's
At
fine.
least one of them, whichever one I damping rains can't drop.
Yeah, I know.
Or-
If you damping rains did, I didn't put it on the drops list. Don't worry.
Okay.
So actually, you're lucky. 3 of them have dropped angel scraps, which can be kind of metabolized by a hymnal into more HP.
Ooh.
Lovely.
So I think instead of making making Meg spend gain, I think that the little guys that were surrounding you and Aoife just kind of leave these scraps behind. That look, the Lumen system is very, very inspired by video games. They drop a health pickup, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens. It's your turn now.
Mm-hmm.
None of them drop condemnation, which is fine.
Yay. I didn't know there could be good drops. That's great.
There can be good drops. Yes.
All right. Where are the little buggers at? Oh,
They are
I
surrounding
gotcha.
the statue beside the stage.
Yep, I see it now. Cool. Gotta kill them all.
Am I in range or am I the pink circle?
You're the pink circle,
Okay, cool.
but you can move
Um,
anywhere you want on your turn.
You're good. I'm gonna run.
Yeah. Where you going?
And get in range. While I'm also doing my daring descant again.
Oh, then you don't have to run. You can just like it's against a far target,
Yeet.
isn't it?
Okay. It's against at any range.
Oh yeah, any range. So yeah, you just go and you're here and you drop down weapon first on it and it gets
Yeah.
wrecked.
And so like as I like go to spin and like slam it into the ground to basically cause the wave to do damage is the high notes again and just this like floating line and 2 damage.
Yeah. Yeah, you come down and shatter it. It's not very strong actually. It's like it's made of glass.
Yeah. Oh, I'm kidding. 4 damage?
Oh yeah, 4 damage because you've done you're doing a violent song.
Yeah.
And you
cool.
love violence.
I'm small and confused about the world, but I will kill if I have
Mm.
to.
Honestly,
I just
Valid.
don't want to, but I will.
valid and beautiful.
Can I ask one more question?
Of course you can.
When we have our converter power, would that change to a song we don't have to match someone else? So if we do have a song that matches someone else, can we just change, or do we have to use the converter to do it?
I think you can only change your song when you run out of HP because you get the wind knocked out
Oh.
of you and you get a chance to start a new one, unless you
Okay.
use a converter power.
Okay.
And your converter is special because yours is the only one that lets you change to a song you don't know.
Yeah. Okay. That's good to know.
Yes, I think Garrot is the only type I gave that to.
Yeah, because we're more harmonious than the rest of them.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
specifically kind of what the build is about.
Mm-hmm. That's why I have 4 harmony. Okay. I think then I have 2 gain again. Let me write that down before I forget. And after seeing wait, are you finished? Actually, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Meg?
yeah, that's a good question. What are you up to, Meg? What are you up? You did a daring descent, which is not your turn by any means. You want to just do a fight?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, give me a
fight.
I don't know, tempo roll because it's like you're descending from the sky onto this spider. You shatter it, and I think the speed of getting up and laying into another one is going to make this a tempo roll.
Okay. Yeah, I got a 4.
That's a success with consequences. So
Woo,
this
love
little
those.
guy
Ooh.
shatters. Absolutely is laid to waste. Is defeat.
Woo!
But I think what's going to happen is
fine. I was in the market for a new one anyway.
I think one of these little guys is gonna and do 2 harms to you.
I'm gonna go, hey, you there.
Heck yeah.
Soldier Boy, tell him all about it. So yeah,
Do it.
far character. Oh, yeah, that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because the character is the little dot.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, no, this is correct. This is correct. This
Yeah.
character is far from you, and you just hurl a horn at
Mhm.
the angel.
You.
It gives a little slice across their whatever cheek,
Mhm.
whatever
Yeah.
that counts as a cheek.
Yeah. Gets
Now
wrecked.
watch me, you.
Now-
Just throws it.
Yeah.
Now I would love to know who would like to do their movement and their action this round. I would love to know who feels like this is their time to do that.
I think I would like to go next if that's okay.
I
Okay.
would love it if you would.
What song is the archer singing?
Violent.
Violent. Everybody picked Violent song. I already have Violent. Okay. So that what they did to reduce the condemnation was a power, not the song.
Oh,
Right.
that was not her, or at least I don't think
Oh.
that was her. That was the question mark.
That was question mark. Ooh, interesting.
It just
Okay.
kind of seemed to get sucked into the statue.
Statue's evil.
Interesting, yeah.
Statue's evil.
Yeah. Okay, so then I will I'm gonna roller skate over to the last little piter like south of the statue.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do a regular old
Spider-Man.
attack. And I'm gonna be very careful with it though. I want to like I'm keeping a close eye on it. I'm skating at it, but that's more just like how she moves, and it's going to be very like a defensive driving style attack where I go up and
Okay.
I'm just gonna like try to whip it good.
Whip it real
Absolutely.
good.
As Devo always said.
How many? So how many would I roll?
That sounds like a harmony attack because you're being cautious. You're being. So I would love your harmony. Is how many I would love you to roll, please.
In harmony.
Oh, that's a 3.
That's a 3. That means consequence. Oh wait, no, you're singing a Resolute song, aren't you?
No.
Cheerful still.
Could I use
not
my
changed yet.
power? Can I use my converter to switch myself to a Resolute song?
Yeah.
As I see this
okay.
attack, not okay, yeah. So as
Yeah.
I swing and I see that I've misinterpreted its
No, I mean you
movement.
succeed, but you succeed in a way that gives it an opening. But
Mhm.
if by switching to a Resolute song, it does not anymore get an opening.
Yeah, I think that's what kind of like she sees that it wasn't going to go well, and so all these like silvery like harp strings kind of like swirl out around her. And who's the closest person singing a Resolute song? Probably
I mean,
Minotaur.
you're equal distant from Minotaur. Oh no, Minotaur is, yeah, because Luna's the other one singing a Resolute song, and Luna's off to the side for now.
Okay, so these things kind of like shoot out over and kind of like swirl around you and form like a silvery ethereal looking tether. And our songs start to match. So then that's
Cool.
when the roll changes to a complete success.
Yeah.
So are we both humming Eye of the Master right now?
Mhm. Absolutely. It's the thrill of the fight rising up to the condemnation from the angels. There we go.
Well, yes, it's still good.
Rising up to the condemnation. Like,
Yeah,
Like,
but I'm just
no.
okay. No,
Yeah.
listen, I'm here to do violence to the characters.
Mhm.
I'm not here to do criticism to the music. I'm here to do violence to the angels and the characters and the civilians. I'm here to do violence to everybody.
Mhm.
And that includes being violent with songs, you know.
I'm violent with every bunny, every single one.
Everybody.
So I believe I have not had a turn from Sarah, and I have not had a turn from Amanda. So I would love either of you to do your deeds, please.
Do you want to go first, Amanda?
Yeah, so when the very first turn where we started, did we start with any gain or was our gain at 0?
You started with game
Okay.
because you sang to activate your hymnal.
Okay.
And it is no fun if you start with no powers.
Yeah.
'cause that
Yeah.
sucks.
But I only ask because my character sheet isn't updating that because I'm using something that's not Excel to do it. So it's just kind of like,
Oh, okay.
Ask.
Yeah. So in that case, I am going to spend one gain to perform another aerial attack, basically jumping up and going to the northeast side of the statue. Coming down on one, and then that gets rid of that one, and then I'm going to use an attack to basically and swing around.
Yes. And then hammer this one.
Yes.
That sounds like a tempo roll. Please do it.
Tempo.
It's
It
hammer
is my
time.
tempo. My tempo is 3. And that is going to be a 6.
Woohoo!
Yeah, oh yeah, that wrecks it. That destroys it. That absolutely smashes it.
PARTY, because we gotta.
I gotta.
Because we got it. We must. Beautiful. I love it. Sarah, there's 2 angels
Okay.
remaining. Nothing suspicious is happening. Your teammates are
Nothing
having a
suspicious.
great time.
Yeah, this is
Amanda,
this is,
if you would like to move, by the way, Daring Descent is like it moves you as a power, so you can still move.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually fine right there, actually.
Okay. Sorry, Sarah time.
no
It's Sarah time
problem.
now.
It is time to run in there, and I got to try to make an attack again.
Whee!
And let's that. I like that. Yeah.
Because yeah, you can attack in close or near range. So you are running directly up to these crystalline
Mhm.
spiders that are that have just finished chewing up the ground around this statue.
And I want to try to kill them, and then I want to, or to kill one of them at least, and then I want to try to see what the hell they're doing, like, because that's disturbing. They're doing something, and there should be rainbows everywhere, but there's not.
Those of you who are near the statue, by the way, can kind of faintly see an iridescent pulsing between the stones of this pavement.
Ooh.
Nothing bad is happening, probably. Don't worry about it. Anyway,
It's
attack
fine.
one of the angels, would you please, Sarah?
Yeah. What do you want me to do? Volume,
Uh,
tempo, or harmony?
No, you're just charging in horns first. That sounds like a volume. That sounds like you're just doing
I am
to
loud,
them.
and I fail too.
2, failure with consequences.
Mm-hmm.
I think you run up to
Ooh.
one of them, and then the other one just does 2 damage at you.
Oh, well, you know what? I get to take 1 less than that because
This is
of
true.
being resolute. So that's cool.
I'm going to spend, if you don't mind, I'm going to spend 1 gain, and I'm going to actually add that to my health pool to get myself
Okay.
back up, because I think
Yeah.
I was down to 1. So
I
have 2 health.
actually, I think what's about to happen is the angel that is about to attack to the back of Minotaur just gets like on its way to do that, gets pierced through by a scarlet arrow from the stage. And there's just like
Yeah.
a streak of blood red light that goes straight
Ooh.
through it. It just pops.
That's beautiful.
I love it.
We love a red moment.
Thumbs
Love
up
it.
to the
Thumbs.
archer on the stage.
Yeah, I do believe she does throw up a horns at you.
Nice.
It's her way. Does that
Well-
mean everyone's done a thing? Actually, no.
Yeah.
Naomi hasn't
I-
acted.
Believe so.
I think what she's gonna do is just like shoot this last second chorus angel with an arrow.
Everything's fine.
And
This is the end of the battle.
A red arrow just arcs through the air and comes down in the last angel. And now I roll for drops. And then nothing bad happens. And
Mhm.
everyone smiles and goes back to enjoying the festival.
Yeah, I like this game.
Tifa goes on a date, and it's great.
Yeah, we get the leather worker and Aoife like together if that's what they're
Mhm.
interested in. You know,
Yeah.
consenting adults, but that was so cute.
Absolutely. Absolutely consenting adults. So one of the ones that was popped does release 10% condemnation. Don't worry, it's 10%. Nobody's gonna get hurt.
Yeah, it's fine.
The sky
Everything's fine.
starts, the air starts shining vaguely iridescent rainbow, but mostly the rainbows are beneath the ground, and they start draining upward through the base of this statue, which starts shining in rainbow and very slowly beginning to move.
I knew it.
Mhm.
No.
And it lets out a eagles make a particular sound. They don't sound like red-tailed hawks like everybody thinks. They don't screech, but they do kind of grumble, and they do make like a weird bird roar that is upsetting to hear.
They sound like angry seagulls. Let's just.
They do. They absolutely do. But this is a much larger, deeper, kind
Fine.
of stone version of this. As the statue
Oh.
comes to life and turns toward the party.
Yeah, that's not great. Okay.
This is fine. This
It's
is fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's going to probably do some attacks. What attacks did I give this thing? Well, it can just do 3 harm, so I think oh no, but oh yeah, it can move freely as well. So I think what it's going to do is it is going to move.
Kill you
this-
in one hit, but you know, it's fine.
Yeah. It's gonna move this way. It's gonna actually I'm gonna move the condemnation beneath. There we go. It's gonna move. No, it's not. I changed my mind. I changed my mind often. I'm a whimsical creature. It's gonna move toward Minotaur. It's gonna grab Minotaur in its huge talons. And it's
I could
just going
try.
to go up into air and hold Minotaur up in air.
Uppies.
It's gonna give Minotaur some uppies.
Okay.
It's gonna give Minotaur uppies, and it's going to, while it's up there, I think, flap its wings and whip up a just faintly glowing arcane barrier around itself. That was my turn.
Okay.
Oh God.
Burb time! Burb time! Burb time!
I love burbs.
Uh,
I'm trying to communicate with it.
Yeah,
How far
Um,
up in the air?
20 feet.
Oh, that's not that far.
Would that be considered
its way up.
near?
What range am I in for everybody?
Near
Yeah.
is roughly as far as you can throw a thing, but not something that you could hit with a stick.
Okay. Could I skate over right under them now that we're on new turn and I have enough gain for this? And just look upward, singing at the thing, and send tethers out that wrap themselves around Minotaur and create like an exoskeleton as an arcane barrier?
Yeah, you're
Aw.
using Keening Shroud, yeah?
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah, I love that. I love that
Mhm.
very much.
I got cool armor on now.
Mhm.
You have cool armor on now. So you can't move or take actions this round because you're got. But you do have a shield upon you.
But you're
That's
safe,
fine.
right? Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm just waiting for this thing to drop me on my ass. Like
It's
okay.
gonna, yeah.
Yeah.
Or it might. Okay, so that's.
So I can't do powers either.
Let me actually see what I wrote about that.
Okay.
It just says moving or taking actions, so I think powers are still fine.
Okay.
How much
Oh.
gain do you have?
I have 2.
Oh, darn. Okay.
I mean, I still get gain on my turn though, right? So
Yeah. You do
okay,
still
so I
get
have
gain on your
4.
turn.
I need to
This is
open
my
up.
turn. I can't do shit. I thought I was like, oh wait, I could do nope, that's for close character, not for near. I can prevent an attack against a near character and move to be close to them, but that's okay. I'm a flying bull, like it's cool.
Yeah.
Gives you wings.
This is gonna hurt the ground when I hit.
Can I
So-
try to? Oh, go first.
I was just gonna say for last thing, would the eagle still be close enough for me to do a near attack? because my attack range is actually near, not close. I made a mistake. Or that's what it says anyway.
Yeah.
But it could be far enough away that I couldn't. Okay.
No, you could attack it. I'm gonna let you attack it.
Okay.
Why wouldn't I let you attack it?
So I flavored it as like when she does something like on the ground really close, she's got the cat of nine tails, but then she has like beams of like crimsony light for anything like in the full near range.
Yeah.
So as she's down there and does her power to cover Minotaur, then I think even now from the little locket thing, this like beam of this red light comes shooting out and hits the eagle. And I want to aim kind of far away, being careful not to hit Minotaur.
Yeah.
And try to damage maybe its face or something.
It does have an arcane barrier which shatters at your
Mhm.
attack.
Okay.
Although, yeah, I think you can ignore those with a cheerful
Um,
song if you
well,
add extra game.
I already spent all my gain and I had switched over to Resolute Song.
Okay.
with
then
my
you
converter,
do shatter
so-
you do shatter the barrier then at any rate.
Okay. Do you want me to still roll to see if there are consequences?
I would love you to. Yeah.
Okay. How many would you like for me to roll? Or I guess
That
which
sounds
what
like a
type of
harm
roll?
beneath. That sounds like a harm beneath, please.
Yeah, I feel like that. I just dropped a d6, so I'll just grab another.
Don't put it on the floor.
Why are
No,
you
it keeps
dropping?
happening.
Why'd you
A
put it on the
six.
floor?
I didn't
Okay.
mean it. I'm just
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay. So then, yeah, complete success. I don't know how much damage it does, but I'm sure you do so.
Okay. Yes, and it is absorbed, but the barrier is shattered.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Excellent. Well done, team. My next question is, Amanda,
Mhm.
Meg, your thoughts, your feelings. Your comrade has been taken up into the air by the eagle statue, which formerly was a statue, now is not.
I am going to use my attack range is also near, so I'm just going to straight up attack it.
Yes.
I'll just basically swing my hammer to try to loose it. So, do I need to roll for that?
A normal attack, yes.
Yes.
A normal attack, that is a volume roll.
Volume. I think my volume's 3, but let me check. Yes. It's a 4.
4. You're singing a resolute
Yeah.
song, so that's a success, no consequences.
Yay.
You just deal your attack damage. You just hurt it,
So
which I
that's
believe is 2.
2 harm.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you, this eagle has so much HP.
Okay, that's good.
If you want to go completely ham against this eagle, please do. It has
Okay.
way more than 2 HP.
What would that be enough to knock Minotaur out of its talons?
I don't think it would, actually.
Okay.
Enough that the eagle doesn't like it, but it is still holding on to Minotaur until it decides to do a throw. But
Okay.
Potato.
Would it be okay if I ran and took a bio break really quick?
I was about to say it is getting probably break time.
okay,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
break time, team. Break time, team. I would love to actually, if it's possible, I would love to take Meg's turn before we do, just so that it's
Yes.
easy to remember where everyone is.
Sure. Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So, Meg, I would love to hear about what you have planned in your scheming little wonderful brain.
Bold of you to assume I have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
I think what I'm gonna try to do, since you broke my weapon,
What? I didn't do that.
I broke my weapon, was just that I'm gonna try and do like spinning shield for my power.
Okay.
After I move up to get closer to kind of essentially like bubble Minotaur. So I'm gonna try and get as close as I can, and then cast out my Caesura to try and prevent an attack from a close character, and just be like, please don't.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's gonna, because the eagle's gonna do stuff. No, it's break time. It's break time right now.
Yeah, break
It's gonna
time.
do stuff. So everybody, we're going to take a quick break. Amanda, what's the standard here? Like 5:10?
5:10.
Gang, we will see you all in approximately 10 minutes. I'm going to munch a snack, and then we'll talk a little bit more about eagles. See you soon. Hotel California. Everyone, I have eaten a sandwich. I have eaten a sandwich, and it is timed for violence.
Yeah.
I love that intro.
Sandwich violence.
Sandwich
Yeah.
violence. I
Same
hope
am-
that you have enjoyed the break. I hope that you took the time to stretch. Hope that you took the time to hydrate. If
Oh,
you
my
have
God.
not, do it right now.
Coffee is hydration.
I was about
I
to say
can't with you. I
Sandwich
can't.
Violence is the name of Luna's ska band. So
Sandwich violence is a good
Yes.
ska band name.
I
And,
had 3
like-
ginger snaps.
5-piece trumpet section.
yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's why it's called violence. It's a 5-piece trumpet section in a 10-person ska band.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss ska. Okay.
So I think
It's
what
back,
what
baby.
what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I think this is what I'm gonna do because no, I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind. I am a fickle GM. So the first thing that I'm going to do is the eagle is going to just crash down. It is going to dive into the ground.
The eagle has
And-
landed.
It is
Ugh.
it is going to deal 2 harm to everyone who is in close range to it, who is everyone except Minotaur, who the attack has been prevented against. And add 10 condemnation to the battlefield and deal, I believe it was 2 harm to everyone.
Well, good thing I switched to Resolute song.
I was about to say me too, because I can reduce that to 1 harm.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the eagle just dives to the ground and makes this enormous shock wave that catches everyone in it.
Mm.
And then I think the next thing it's going to do is I think it's just gonna talon at Aoife. It's facing Aoife. Let's talon at her.
No.
How do you feel about 2 damages?
No. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. I'm going to use my power.
Yes.
Listen
Can't
do.
stop me. So I prevent an attack against a near or close character, and then I move them to be close to me. Or move to be close to them. Yes.
Yes. So you are about to get taloned by the giant eagle when suddenly Minotaur is directly in front of you.
Just shaking my head and doing that cow thing when they get spooked and like, oh, okay. That's how.
And
I feel like
yes.
it's like sliding in with like dust around you, and I'm just like, thank you.
So how did everyone feel about you know how the little angels that did a pop when they got hurted?
Mhm.
How do you feel about those? No.
Popcorn.
Not the
Because
best.
a whole bunch of them I put them in the wrong place. Let me
I
just-
will die, so probably not well.
Oh, I'm sure you won't die. I'm sure you probably will survive. I'm just gonna kind of. Well, let's see. Let's see if you die.
This is a one shot, so
That's true.
This is a
I'm just like,
one
It's what I
shot.
like living.
yes.
Ivan Drago, if he dies, he dies.
That is my kind of my grim sentiment.
Well,
It's not that I want you to die; it's that I don't care if you do. So sorry. I'm usually anyone else who's played with me knows that I'm usually an extremely cozy GM, but blazing
not
him
with
brings
this.
out something extremely upsetting in me. So yes, a bunch of these little bubbles of highly volatile divine energy just kind of bubble up out of the cracked pavement surrounding where the statue used to be and start kind of rolling in toward everyone.
rolling,
Hate that.
rolling.
Yeah, well, that's valid, and you should. You should hate
Use
that.
your hate to fuel your
Yes.
murdering.
Use
Yes,
your
and
hate to
spite
fuel your
fueled.
murder, and that's my turn. That's my turn.
Is
You
there
hear-
still one? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you hear over the comms, condemnation 20% and rising.
Is there still one little angel piece of healing over on the ground by the stage?
Yes.
Because I think, okay,
Yes. I don't see why not.
There
We're
is
gonna
now.
we're gonna get on top of the stage. We're gonna be up. Actually, we're gonna be on a lamppost. That's a good place for. Yeah, I think Niobe just like jumps up onto a lamppost not far from the stage so that she can get a bird's eye view of the bird.
Bird's view eye. Wait.
Yes. Bird's view eye bird.
Bird eye view.
Bird eye view. Whose turn is it?
I'm gonna get my lickings back in on that thing. It tried to kill me.
It did try to
Um,
kill you, actually.
So I'm gonna advance. What was that? Oh, it's the nearness of you again. I just can't help it. I wanna deal 2 harm, and then they get to be in near range with me again.
So we're gonna push the eagle backward,
Yup.
and then we're going to move forward to catch up to it.
Yeah.
Drive it back. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna try to horn it. I'm super horny. Let's go. What?
Horrible.
Sorry, I've resisted doing that. So, but yeah, I'm horrible. Horny.
The sandwich
Let's
has
see.
given me yelling powers.
Yes. What do we want? What do I want to roll? Volume again?
Yeah, volume. You're just
I like
being
volume.
aggro.
Yes, I'm very loud about how. Oh, 6.
6. No
Little orc is
consequences,
6.
only damage.
Rawr. Take 1 damage after the 2 that I just gave you. Mother
Okay.
bird.
Perfect.
Mother birder. Who is Murder Bird still alive?
Oh, Murder Bird is profoundly alive. Yes.
Okay.
Murder Bird is fine. Sorry.
Well, that's
I made it
good.
very powerful.
Happy for them.
Is anyone opposed to me going and taking that last little bit of angel shard healing?
Go for
Because
it.
I only have 2 hit points at all. So, okay, perfect. I'm going to run over there. Wee!
Oh, okay.
You can also
I'll
heal
make
with
one,
game.
but I'll make it work.
Well, can I come back?
I don't
Right?
see
I'm a
why you
mech suit. I
couldn't
can go
make a-
anywhere. Yeah, make a.
I'm not
I'm
sure.
skating.
Your movement is going to be back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I would want to do.
Yeah.
You know how in speed skaters they do like a turn and they lean over and they put their hand on the ground? That's what she
Yeah.
does. She like skates
Nice.
over there, leans over, picks it up, absorbs it, whatever, comes skating
Yeah.
back. And it's our turn, so I had to gain again. So I'm going to do an attack, and I would like to do you remember when I was like, I have a very specific vision that made me want to build this character, and you were like, maybe you should pick a rote type?
Yes.
That's what I want to do. So I'm gonna attack, and I'm gonna try to kind of like lasso Cat o' Nine Tails, like wrap around like
Yeah.
the eagle's leg or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put some jesses on that bird.
Have you got a power that does that?
I would just want that to be the attack, because the power is what I'm gonna use to follow up.
Give me a harmony, please. Give me a harmony
Okay.
roll to grab bird.
6. 2 6s, in fact.
Beautiful. You grab bird.
Grab bird,
Bird.
do whatever attack damage might come with that, and then I'm going to damping reins it. So what I'm going to do is, the thing is like wrapped around it several times. So she starts like unwrapping it by skating around it at really
Mhm.
high velocity, and at that time she's like shooting the beam of light and just like screaming at the thing. So I'm going to damping reins it, so it does 2 harm, and then can't drop condemnation and ignore any effects that take place if it's destroyed.
It is absolutely not, but it does not
No.
like the 2 harm. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
It's dwindling.
Good.
I
So
gave it a
she's
lot
just
of
like
HP.
skating around it, tethered to it, and just like blasting it with voice beam.
Yeah.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of the Star Wars with the AT-ATs.
The AT-ATs,
Oh, a
yes,
little bit,
exactly.
yeah.
Love it.
Mhm.
Classic.
Mhm. And that's it for me. That's all the stuff.
All right.
But I have 2 hit points now. Yes.
Okay. Who would like to go next?
I would like to spend 2 gain and put those back into my health because I was down to 1 again. So that brings me
Okay.
to
Yeah,
3.
we
And
can't have that.
If I have done my math correctly, that leaves 3 gain left for me on this turn. And that's assuming I have been doing math correctly.
I'm fine with it. I never do math correctly, pretty much as a rule.
And then I am just going to perform a little smashy smash on the bird.
Do it.
Yeah.
Hit the bird.
And that is, I'm assuming that's like what, volume?
Yes,
Yes,
please.
roll with volume. That is 2 6s on that.
Yeah.
And
Smash bird.
that, smash bird for 2 harm.
Okay. Alrighty. Is that
Meg needs to
no,
go
Meg
still.
hasn't acted.
I'm gonna do my daring dust count.
Okay, on bird?
Bird.
On bird, perfect. You are already close to bird, but you jump up high in the air and come down weapon first upon bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horrible, violent,
Oh,
awful. Bird hates.
4 harm.
4 harm. I forgot you were doing violence.
Super violent. And
Okay.
super cute while doing it too. Like that's the adorable part.
Mhm.
It's like y'all know how like Snow White was in Shrek 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's very niche, and I'm so sorry. She starts off like being all like "Little birdie, take a wing," and then it turns into Led Zeppelin. Like that's basically.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
actually one of my
It's
favorite
exactly that
animated
same
scenes.
I
energy.
know.
Okay.
They did so good with that.
Let's see.
Good job, DreamWorks.
Right.
Niobe has volley, so I think what she's gonna do is just unmake one of the fifth chorus angels. It's
Oh
gonna
yeah, I forgot
be-
about those.
I have one in mind because it's the one that's furthest from everyone, so it will pop and not deal any damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
And then
purposely
it's-
trying not to attack them.
They all start moving in. That's how I'm going to spend my turn, is that all of these little bubbles start slowly rolling in toward the party. One by one, they're just kind
Now-
of like little pearls on the ground, the size of a beanbag chair. They're swirling with pearlescent, iridescent light inside them. They're highly volatile. And they're all clustered nice and close around the party.
Beautiful.
Hate
Yeah.
that.
So Bird is
what's-
still like landed and
Yeah,
and
bird is
grounded?
bird is still grounded at this point, and all of my actions were actually. I get one more action.
Choose wisely, cat.
I am going to choose wisely. The bird is going to conjure an arcane barrier around itself. The reason I say this is wise is because you guys better not provoke me with consequences. I leave this very volatile situation in your hands. Go. Oh, wait, one more thing happens. I forgot. It's the GM's turn, and I always have to do something silly on my turn. And the silly thing that I'm doing on this turn is there is a deafening crash of thunder, and a lightning strike hits the soundstage.
Ooh.
The thunder is followed by a ring of feedback from the sound system, jarring everyone out of their song unless they can make a harmony roll. So everyone, please make a harmony roll for me.
I'm gonna use my Cinderella dice and my Rose dice for this.
I've got a
Oh.
6.
4. But it's a success because
5.
that's an attack. Shoot.
That's a 5 for me.
Okay.
I
So
got
no,
a
four is a success with consequences. So the
Mhm.
good news is everyone's fine. They can continue singing despite the feedback. That's the good news. The bad news is I get to take an action. Who's singing a Resolute song?
Half
Me.
part, well, most of
Me.
everybody except for Meg. Meg's the only smart
Mhm.
one,
Mhm.
apparently.
I'm Angie.
That's fine. Okay, so I'm probably not going to destroy the whole party with this. The bird rises up into the air and dives down to do another shockwave to deal 2 damage in a close burst to everything.
Where is Dal? Which color is Dal?
Pink.
Shit. Okay.
I am okay.
But
I had forgotten to mention that I was also like switching the gain that I had because I had a bunch of extras.
Oh yeah, you did switch gained HP. You mentioned
Yeah,
that.
so I'm at max, so I'm okay, but now I am at 1.
Same
Well,
here.
Okay, but here's the problem. Everything in a close range,
Is those other things too?
yes,
Then they
Yeah.
don't pop.
Yeah.
Take it.
yes.
Yeah.
Anyone who's singing a Resolute song doesn't take damage from this because they deal 1 damage at a time.
Ooh.
We just get the 2 from the
Just
Bird.
yeah, you get
I forgot.
Well, you
Um,
get one
So
from the
we got
bird,
one
right?
From the bird. Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Can I
Yes.
use my spinning shield to like protect?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Okay, cool. So no,
Yes.
I don't.
Well, no, you can do it from 1 attack.
Yeah.
I'll use it for the big bird.
Okay.
I'll use one of my gain to be a friend
Okay.
and prevent 1 attack against
Okay.
Dal.
3 of them are in close range, which means 2 more of them are going to deal 1 damage to Dal.
Can I do more than 1 power per turn?
You can use as many powers as you have gained.
Okay, then yeah, I'm just gonna I'm gonna fling out a whole bunch of horns to block them from
Oh yeah.
exploding or blocking the I don't know, something.
I love
I
it.
got the
I
gain
think-
for it.
I think what happens is there is a huge explosion when the eagle does this shockwave. This rainbow colored my apologies, microphone. I didn't mean to hit you. This rainbow colored just mushroom cloud. And when everything clears, you see Minotaur standing in front, having- having kind of protected Dal from the
That's
shock.
what I
which
built
is
this
great.
character for.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I have a question too. So earlier, I had put the shroud on Minotaur, and Dal had also done the prevent an attack. So when the eagle dove the first time, that prevented the attack against Minotaur. Does Minotaur still have the shield, so they didn't even take the damage from this last eagle attack?
I don't see
'Cause
why
my
not.
shield-
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense. Yeah, that makes perfect
Awesome.
sense.
I'll take that HP back.
I mean, does the eagle take damage? Yes.
The
Does the-
eagle takes 2 damage from breaking the.
Oh, I was
Damping
going to say
rays.
in addition to like 8 damage from,
Or,
so the eagle takes
yeah.
10 damage.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, nice.
It's
Ooh,
fine.
how'd that move work out for you, Mr. Eagle?
Honestly, not great, not ideal.
Angels.
But that was my turn.
Phew.
But that was my turn, and you survived it admirably, and I'm very proud because I was concerned I was going to kill someone, and I did it anyway. But that's not the point.
So
You
I
were
do have a
cast-
question.
Yeah, what's up?
For spinning shield as a move itself, if it is one, you said that we can use powers whenever, right? Like however many times as long as the game fits.
Yep.
Okay. So in theory,
Yep.
I could have just kept casting it.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
You could have spun your weapon real fast, and when they exploded, it wouldn't have hit you because that's a thing that
Cool.
characters
Okay.
do in anime.
Noted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't have to do it before an attack. You can do it when I've declared an attack.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Everyone's alive, and it's your turn.
And all we have
Whee!
is the eagle to attack. Like,
Yeah.
Question: How much gain does everyone have?
I only have 2 now because that's all I get every round.
I have
still
4.
3.
Okay.
Because I think I've managed to where it's like every turn I'm only using 2.
Oh, did any of them drop condemnation after that last turn, or did the eagle rather? I can't remember if you said that it did or didn't.
You know what? I didn't roll for 8 of them. I shall.
Or
I
loot.
can't.
Oh dang. Or loot, yeah, it drops.
Wee.
Because, well, in short, I damping ranged it. So if it did drop condemnation, no, it didn't. The eagle specifically. But
Okay, the eagle didn't because the eagle wasn't deceased, but 4 of them do drop condemnation.
oh, drop is only when it dies. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled 4 ones. Thanks for the reminder.
Yay. I hate it. I hate when that happens.
love
It's like, damn it, DM, just lie about it.
I love to tell fibs.
Oh man.
Let's just go back to there we go. What am I doing? Uh-oh, condemnation's at 60%.
Oh
Ooh,
God.
We're in the red zone.
yeah.
What that means is on the GM turn, everyone takes a damage.
Well, potatoes.
Thank
But the good
goodness
news
for
is
that.
all the civilians are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is absolutely how you just crowd kill civilians.
Mhm.
Does anybody have a hopeful song?
Hope, I don't.
Does anybody still believe in hope these days?
No.
No, hope is a poison. There's the spite coming out of the cottagecore. I don't, but my converter is unique in that I can match any song.
That
So
okay.
what does the hopeful song do that you're
What
wanting to
I would like to have happen,
Yes.
hopefully,
Yes.
is
Yeah.
I'm going to use my Phalanx converter, my Cambiata, to change my song over to my hopeful song.
Yes.
Which is the y'all ready for this, but like in Italian. So it's
Oh.
Sei pronto
Italian
per
job
questo?
jams.
Yeah, it's sei pronto per questo, and it's basically that same kind of vibe.
Sorry, I'm gonna Italian
and-
jock jams.
So one of the questions for it is, do you genuinely really believe in hope? And I would laugh if the answer was opposite, but Dal really, really does. Like it's kind of a fault. But she really, really does. And I can spend 2 gain to increase another character's HP by 1. Now I don't know if it's their max, but I can at least top it off.
Okay.
So Aoife, I don't know if you need it or whoever needs it. I'm more than willing to like just sing it at y'all as kind of like a kind of my equivalent of like a pump up song.
Yeah, I only have 2 HP as a Garrote type, and I'm at 1 of 2, so I would gladly take the 1 unless somebody else
Okay.
needed it more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
audience.
awful.
Important to note. Yeah, I didn't give the units a lot of HP.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, I'm constantly near death. Every time there's a turn, I'm like,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That was
And then we
Listen,
can
that was on
I
purpose.
automatically succeed on evacuate rolls, which is kind of like not right now. But the
Yeah.
dual power when you take your turn, I'll explain if you still want to do that. But I'm going to switch over to a hopeful song.
Alright.
And just yeah, gonna just
so
whack the bad guy. I think for my action as well.
I'll have a question.
What up?
So all of my songs give me 2 gain per turn, and I've been regularly using those. So if I match her hopeful song, I don't have the 6 to spend, but if Dal spends the 6, does the duet power still work, or would I have to spend it as well?
It's 6 from everybody.
Yeah, so all of my songs I picked only gave me 2 gain each turn.
Now you're singing
so
a hopeful
I'll
song.
do it. Oh, how
We
much is
are,
hopeful?
but the cost for the duet power, if we were to use it, is 6 gain from each participating hymnal.
That's okay because I haven't used any this turn, so we would be able to do it next turn if I switch to a hopeful song.
Okay.
Okay. So you finish your turn and then I'll go.
Okay, yeah, and then I'm just gonna run up and like smack it.
All right, you little scamps. Let's do a
Just
smack.
bonk.
Let's do a bonk to it.
Is that a volume?
All right. Yeah, do it. Do volume. Do volume to bird.
And I got a 5.
Perfect. No consequences, no notes. How much damage? 3, right? No, 4.
Yo, that's a different song. I'm doing hopeful now. I
Oh,
think
yeah,
it's just
so-
the
So 2. So
yeah,
2.
just the 2.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha. 2 damage to bird.
Yay.
Burb.
All right.
We don't like this burp. It's fake.
It's
It's
not
not
a
even
real
from the
bird.
government.
Well,
I'm in a government burb. Drone burb. Okay.
There's probably
Um,
an agent for that.
Yeah. I feel like this was something that happened in a training at some point. So as soon as Dal starts doing the hopeful song and asks if we're ready for this, then I get the signal and I'll spend. So I guess you'll have to tell me how this works. So I started the turn gaining 2 gain from my current song. If I spend 1 and switch to the hopeful song, do I then get 3 immediately or do I not get 3 until next turn?
The fun thing about powers is that you can do them whenever at any time. So you can do it before your turn starts and then start your turn with a hopeful song.
I didn't have a point to spend to convert it
Then
before my
no.
turn started.
Then no, you cannot.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so
I'm
it'll be a
trying
bit.
so hard to magic rules this.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm
Okay,
from
but that's
Magic
all
the
right.
Gathering. That's where I come from. So
Mhm.
I
I-
love
I-
stacks.
I misunderstood the way condemnation worked, and I thought dropping condemnation was a thing it could do at any time. So that's why I used the damping rains last go, because I was like, haha, no condemnation from you. But that's not how it worked. So it was silly.
No, that's just
so I
it kills a target and that target can't drop condemnation as
Yeah.
part of its dying. Yes.
part of it's dying. That was the part that I didn't
Okay.
have right.
Well,
So
that's
I could
that's
have
something
not
for me to
used
keep in
that.
mind. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, look, the bird is not thrilled, and nobody died from my big, huge bomb trap.
Yes. So I'm fine.
So
with
you're
it.
all doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I piano wire converter, and so the tethers that were still surrounding Minotaur, kind of like, I feel like they pull and they break, but in a way that leaves like a little bit of like shiny that falls down on you. So instead of it being like a breaking away from you thing, it's like a finished looking sort of thing.
Mhm.
The intention matters, right? And then they whip themselves over to Dal and kind of like swirl around them and make the tether, so that now I'm singing the hopeful song that I would not otherwise have access to. And I'm gonna make a regular old attack, and then I'm gonna back the heck away because this thing keeps hurting me real bad.
Attack at the burb. Okay.
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 Yeah.
Please attack at the burb.
What type of roll would you like for me to make?
I would love just I think that sounds like a volume roll. You're just doing an attack at it. You're just lashing out at it.
I think of it more of like a drive-by as I'm leaving, sort of thing. Tempo. Okay.
Because it's how quick you go. Is tempo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't like volume. I only have one for volume. 6.
6?
Yeah.
Yay.
And then I would like to move into whatever range would be far, so that if it dive bombs again, I'm not part of that.
Please
And
be
it hurts
far
real
from the
bad.
bird. It's dangerous to be close to the bird.
Yeah. Because now I'm not being able to take away that harm with the Resolute song, so it'll just kill me if it
Yeah.
if it dives me. Okay.
Yeah,
And that's it for me.
I think just because I don't want this to be a critical, I think there's a blood red arrow from that nearby lamppost that like zooms through the eagle's stone wing and knocks it a little askew. The eagle is
Ooh.
still moving because I'm not going to finish it off with an NPC. I'm not a monster. The
The
eagle's not thrilled.
Coyote.
Hey Sabretooth, how many gains do you have?
I have 4 gains.
Oh, you want to go mosh pit on this motherfucker?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tag team back again.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Awesome. Yeah.
So I would love for someone to describe this. First of all, I'm gonna kind of go in here because you two are singing a Resolute song.
Mhm.
Resolute song. 4 gain from each hymnal. Deal 1 harm to every enemy in the scene. For every harm you have taken, all other hymnal units singing a Resolute song do the same. How much harm have you two taken?
I've only taken 2 overall.
I think I'm technically at 1 because I've been able to negate them.
I've done chops to you two. I've done big chops to you two. It's definitely
I've
more
gotten
than
most
that.
of them negated, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah, I was about to say it's probably closer to like 3 or 4, honestly.
Okay. All right.
so. I think what this looks like is it is just a mosh pit, but it's an angry mosh pit with 3 people. 2 people, Sabretooth, kitty cat, meow, and a bull, and then the bird in between, and we're just like shoving back and forth.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I actually didn't need a lot from you two. I absolutely didn't need a lot from. Uh-oh, sorry everyone.
Oh. Technical difficulties. One moment, please.
My computer started doing things out of my speakers, and I had to cease it before crimes occurred. But that was I think that is enough damage to smash this statue to pieces. And it crumbles to the ground, and little tiny wisps of rainbow light kind of wind up out of it. And then nothing happens. And then nothing happens. You did it.
Woo!
You did my big fight.
Yay! We
You
saved the
all
music
did
fest.
my fight. You saved the music festival. Nobody died.
Well,
You fought a burb.
one
It's
person,
good.
But one person out of like
yeah.
35 is not bad.
No,
No, we
retconned
negated that.
Yeah, I let Katie negate that if a
Oh,
6
that's
was rolled.
right. That's right.
And it was.
That's right.
A 6 was rolled, so nobody died.
Nobody
grumble.
died, and we fought God and won for now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You held off the armies of heaven in Operation Open Defiance.
Yes.
And in like another turn or so, we
Yeah, I
would
was
be
like,
able
me
to
and
clear out.
Lisa could clear everything out.
Yeah.
Everybody
condemnation.
immediately, like the statue goes down, and all of the metalheads who are like at the edge of this field just start coming back in. You see roadies start setting equipment back up.
After the
Swap
condemnation clears.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You'll
after
be like-
after the rainbows go away.
Niobe like jumps back to her place on the stage, deactivates the mech suit.
Yeah, I'll just ends up on Greg's shoulders the whole time.
Yeah, down with a new
Yeah.
bestie, and it's Greg.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, yeah,
I
it's
feel
your
like
after
Doll,
show.
Doll and I hang out with Greg like the rest of the day.
Yes. Okay, I'm done presenting now. I'm done because you've done it. You've done my combat. Okay,
And now we get free merch from all the bands.
Oh, you absolutely get free merch. Absolutely. So
We are
before we,
on the stage.
before we call it a day, I promised a scene to Amanda and then a final scene to Sarah. So Amanda, what is Luna doing in the wake of this chaos?
Oh my gosh, Luna is currently. Oh geez, Luna is definitely getting her mosh on. Like she is like
Yeah.
front row center, like screaming out the lyrics of every single song. And then kind of because Niobe, is that what it was?
Niobe, yeah.
Because they were like super cool and an ally. I feel like if you don't mind, she would like to pull me up on stage.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. And then I just kind of like rock out with her on stage.
Okay, with what did I name that band? Sadistic Luna. Yeah.
Sadistic, yeah.
Just rocking out with Sadistic Luna
Which
with
is funny because my name's Luna, so it
Yeah.
works
Yeah.
out in the
You fit.
end.
Whoa,
Yeah.
yeah.
and I think like between songs or like during a solo, she like gets up and is like, "What's your name again?" And, it's like- and she hears it and just starts laughing. She just starts cackling at hearing that your name is Lona.
Mhm.
Are you on stage still in your suit, or do you deactivate it?
I deactivated
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
It's just this little ska kid.
You just see this
Oh.
little tiny Latin ska kid who's like 5'2", just up there,
She's skanking.
going wild.
Is she skanking?
Yes.
Excellent.
Of course, you don't even need to ask. You just assume that she's always
Excellent.
doing it.
Excellent. Yeah, and I mean Niobe is her call sign, but she does wear like a little bow and arrow pendant. That's like
Hmm.
Mhm.
I think she mostly like dresses in black and gray, and she's got a lot of very dramatic black and gray makeup on because she's performing at a metal show.
Love it.
Yeah. And I think after Sadistic Luna finishes up, like she's like she and the band are just sitting back behind the stage. She's checking up on her bandmates. She's making sure they all got out okay. They did. She's like And then just like they all just slump into chairs
Mhm.
and just start like cracking beers.
I need to know, like, is Niobe an agent of Forte or from a different agency?
I think she is not from an agency per se.
Ooh.
He's an independent
Mm.
contractor.
She's an independent contractor. She was from an agency. She bailed because being a child soldier was too stressful for her. But she had to protect her band.
Understandable.
She had to protect her band. So
Mhm.
so she's like all respect, but I fucking couldn't. I
No,
fucking
thank you.
couldn't.
Yeah, I feel like backstage, if she didn't mind, I'd like to pick her brain about like
Yeah.
how to basically balance life like that. Like
I didn't.
yeah.
Like she's like, I didn't. I fucked off.
and that's totally fine too. And then
Yeah.
it's just trade stories, but hopefully I get something out of it, some kind of, I don't know, necessarily, I don't want to say life lesson because that's not quite
No,
what it is.
I think you get to
Commiserates.
hear the opinion of somebody who put their life and the people they treasure first. And somebody who like has their little slice of the world that they will defend to the death. And like you get to see the bond between her and her bandmates, and they seem to be very close.
Mhm.
And like you get the feeling just like, no, she would do anything for these people. She's done being a child soldier, except if these people are in trouble.
Mhm.
And so I don't know if Luna, I don't know, because we didn't talk a lot about background, but like I don't know if Luna has that kind of space in her life.
I mean, Luna has a band, but I don't know if necessarily they were a band out of like necessity, because they were just a bunch of like kind of like rejected band kids in school.
That's how all good bands start.
Yeah.
It's like
So maybe
all of us were in orchestra, and we just decided, what's really cool, like being like a 10-person ska band, because 5 of us play trumpet.
Yes. So I think you get to see a band that is like a freaking family.
And I feel like now I want to attempt to try to have that stronger bond.
Oh.
Not necessarily put together by the circumstance of us all being like the weird band kids, but like actually forming a bond with them.
It's beautiful.
And I think maybe backstage there's another band. Well, no, I don't think there is another band. I think like there's some folk acts that have taken up like but I think one of Sadiste Luna's I kind of want to say like the keyboard guy. The keyboard guy like busts out a little trumpet case and plays a little trumpet for Luna.
Oh my god.
Aw.
Well, like the rest of the band are just kind of like clapping along
That's adorable.
because like they love when he gets to show a different side of himself. I
Mhm.
think.
Because that is a very
Yeah.
the personality change that happens when people switch genres is
It's
so
so-
cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was about to say, it's so funny because I do actually, one of my favorite, in high school, I was like super into black metal, and one of my favorite vocalists, like when he's not in his persona, is like a total like dad. Like he always is posting
Yeah.
pictures of his kids, and he's going on hikes and talks about all the fishing and like the wine tasting and how proud he is of his daughters. And I'm just like, he is
Aw.
total dad mode, and I love that.
Yeah. No, this is a family.
Mhm.
They play like they sing violent lyrics and they play loud music. But like while you're sitting around kind of clapping and listening to trumpet with them, it's like, no, this is a family and they have a lot of love for each other and for music and for the world. And for you, they seem to have just been like, oh, this is ours now. This is our ska kid.
I've been adopted.
We've adopted this ska kid.
This is our
Our
sadistic
ska kid. We're going to play trumpet. She's gonna skank, and it's
Mhm.
gonna be great. Like anyone who tries to stop her from skanking will be met with our full fury. They just love her. No, this is a very. I think they definitely also offer you a beer, like just hanging out with the band. That's cute.
Absolutely.
It's adorable. It's so wholesome.
It is. Which is why I sigh deeply when I say it's Sarah time.
No, I have a very wholesome, lovely
Okay, good.
ending.
Good. I would
Yeah.
love you to.
So Minotaur Coyote stays in Minotaur and for the rest of the festival and just lets people climb up on top of like the shoulders and do stage and crowd dives from that, and just sitting there rocking out. And at the very, very end, you know, like it's nighttime, crowds really dive down, and yeah, Minotaur just like lays down in the grass, still in the bowl, and looks up at the sky and says, "This one's for you, Alley Cat," and just kind of sits there and vibes.
Aw.
No.
That's
think-
my scene.
In the background, we maybe see Aoife at the vendors' tents again.
Hey.
I
We-
think
we
I would definitely
maybe-
go. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no,
I think I would
we're,
definitely go.
I've given you scenes, but I do want to have a shot of Aoife going back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I feel like my plan was also to stay in full Banshee.
Oh,
so I
that's
feel
hot though.
a tether
Yeah.
just there you go. A tether just ends up like dropping a water near Minotaur when I see them like lay on the ground, like, yep, I know where this is, and then heads over. Yeah.
Aw. I think we also see Greg at the crepe tent, and he orders just like a big old strawberry crepe,
Yes.
and you see his huge meaty hand reach down and hand Dal another big strawberry crepe, just like overloaded with strawberries and cream. I think
Size
just
of
like
your face.
they have a buddy moment and they eat some crepes, I think is what I would
Yeah.
like. And that's the Agents of Forte have done it. They have saved the music festival. They have learned to be better metalheads. They have learned about mashed potatoes.
We used the force of the mashed potato to mash the bird.
You did mash
Yeah.
the bird with the potato, and I thought that was delicious, genuinely. So I
Mashed
have one
bird
more
potatoes?
question. Heinous. Crimes. I have a tradition when I am a GM, when I am the game master, and that is a little thing that I like to call memory time, which is where everybody shares something that was memorable to them about the scene. And I really liked Meg triggering the call with the intelligence director so that somebody could just kind of like teach Dal about what a mosh pit genuinely is and kind of give us the moment for that scene. I thought that was my favorite memory. What about all of you? What was memorable to you about this scene? Like maybe that each other did, or that happened in the story, or that you did even that you felt was cool.
I
re-
loved the. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. You're good, Katie.
I loved the dust settling with Minotaur standing defensively in front of Dal. Like,
Oh,
not this time.
Dal almost
not
got
this
wrecked
time.
there. I'm so
Mhm.
glad that
Mhm.
happened.
Yeah,
so
especially
glad it
knowing
was-
Minotaur's. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, especially knowing Minotaur's like history and their motivation. Like, that's
Yeah.
perfect.
Which yeah, the the mosh pit, the very opening, like that with Luna and Tal, just like reminded me of going to concerts, like my first concerts when I was a kid and before I understood how everything works. And it's just, I had a friend that taught me how the mosh pit worked, and I just vibed remembering that with the scene between you two.
Yeah.
It's very cute.
I love the
Yeah,
scene
it was sweet.
with Dahl when Dahl sees Greg fall down, and they're just like, "Oh no, I have to go help this
Yeah.
poor defenseless man."
Yeah.
He got a boo boo.
Got a boo boo.
Yeah.
He got a boo boo. And that's why I really wanted to end on a shot of Dal and Greg being besties.
Yeah,
Yes.
that
Yes.
and Eva's like mom friend energy, because I feel like there's always that one friend who's just like, is everyone hydrated? Does anyone need snacks?
Does anybody need new socks? I got clean socks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, here's your lunch bag, sweetie. Have fun. Fuck shit up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think my favorite was Aoife's girlfriend.
Yay! I'm glad.
She wound up with.
I'm glad you forgot
That
a
was probably the
girlfriend.
funnest, like, little, like, just casual interaction with no real, like, consequence, or it was just like, oh, you're pretty.
You make pretty
Here.
things.
Yeah.
I like
It
it. I will
was-
help
it
you
was
sell
very
them.
Cute. And I
Yeah.
love just I wrote on the back of a wrapper, here's my number.
Yeah.
I
On the,
just-
on
I
the
thought
back
it
of
was
the
really, really cute.
electrolyte beverage wrapper. So
Yes.
you remember I'm
Yeah.
the one who gave you the strawberry drink, which I thought was very, very sweet.
That
Yeah.
that's smooth. That's just smooth. Like
That's
that's, what
very
you
smooth, yeah.
actually do if you're gonna pick somebody. Like if you're gonna go
Use the
after a merchant,
know-how.
don't go after merchants at their shows.
Don't go
Hit
after
up them
merchants at their
after,
shows.
afterwards, though. Yes,
Yeah.
but yeah,
And like,
that's
by all means, hang out with them and treat them like people, but
yes,
like, absolutely don't hit upon them while they are doing their job.
yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Just
after
like
the
you
show,
don't
while
hit on
they're
your
packing up-
bartenders.
Yeah.
Yeah, God. Yeah, I think Aoife is definitely the like clueless gay who just was like, oh, they need help. And then just like in interacting, was like, oh,
Oh, oh.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I've acquired a feeling. Get. Everyone, this has been fantastic. Thank you all so much for playing Blazing Him with me and not dying. I would have looked like a big jerk if I murdered you on the stream, and thank you for preventing that. That hit to my reputation.
Don't worry, I won't tell anybody you were nice.
No, I'm a mean GM.
Super mean.
I'm a mean bully GM, and I fight people with my fists.
super, super. I'm so sad.
Very believable. So if you would like to find me, Cat Me, you can find me on Twitter at Catling_Gun, CATLING gun. Pew, 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 pew. And my Blazing Him is on Itch. I publish all my games to Itch as Peach Garden RPGs. Oh, Amanda's on it.
I was
And
gonna say,
now I would-
actually, I don't know if we have the Nightbot commands
no.
up for everyone.
I would,
but that's
I
fine.
would, I would love for my cast to do the same thing that I just did, and please tell the audience what you do and where you can be found doing it, please.
What order
will-
do you want us to go in?
Opening
You have to be the
order.
boss still.
Katie, do it.
I'm Katie Quixotic. You can find me everywhere I want you to find me as Katie Quixotic. I say I stream. I did very regularly for a while, and I have taken a long break, but I'm just about to start doing that again. So I'm on Twitch as Katie Quixotic, and I think I'm starting next week, which I haven't told anyone yet. Haha! I plan to start streaming this next week again.
Woohoo.
So hopefully, hope to see you there.
Hello, I'm Amanda. You can find me everywhere at Panda Cabra. That's especially here on Twitch and Twitter, or on Instagram at Panda X Cabra, because someone was mean and took my name. I am the sometimes technical producer here at TTRPG. We were late because I was in a different time zone and I don't know time anymore, and I was like, I'm technically on vacation at a friend's house, so big shout out to my friend Jay for like letting me like hop on to her computer and get everything set up in like
Thanks,
10
Jay.
minutes.
Woo!
Yeah, so that's me. Whoever's next.
Whoever.
Meg, do you want to go?
Oh, I'm last on overlay, but okay.
Yeah, you were last. Yeah, no, then it was Sarah, then Meg. Yeah, I remember now.
You're good. Hey, I'm Meg. You can find me on Twitter at Narnia's Pants, where I scream about being a music educator in the state of the fucking Texas. Oh, look, my thingy's there.
Yay!
Read that if you
Hey.
can, if I forget. But yeah, I am a music teacher. I get to start my choir program with my babies this next week. Yeah, I'm excited. So I get to do that. You can find me on Twitter at Narnia's Pants. Everything that I need is usually over there. I am currently working with Honey and Dice on a current like quarterly not quite fundraising, but what is it? It's just a charity event that we do. If you follow her on Twitter, she's been posting about it recently for Honey Bunches of Hope, where we basically put together these kits for the homeless women's and infants shelters. So this project is doing like baby blankets and hats and getting all those like bath kits and stuff together for the shelter. So we're putting those together about mid-month. Her acceptance for all of the like donations that we still need to put those kits together, like baby shampoo, butt paste, it's a thing. If you have kids and you don't know that, it is a thing. I couldn't stop laughing for like 10 minutes. And all kinds of like good things that, you know, homeless shelters need.
It's awesome.
Shout out,
So
honey.
that's my current project that you'll see me posting up on Twitter, as well as screeching about TTRPG stuff. On Tuesdays, you can find me over on Ballad of the Seven Dice, where it is a horror D&D 5e homebrew chaotic mess. I was out this Tuesday and they blew shit up again. Again. Tuesdays over at their Twitch channel, and then Wednesdays we are starting a new game over on the Hype Goblins channel over with Sarah for a Humblewood game where I get to be a little baby raccoon.
That's adorable.
I'm
I
excited
love
for someone to
Sarah.
play it. So yeah,
The
Sarah's a good
Mudpox are
game.
so good.
The Mudpox are great. If you follow Sarah, you know that her channel, she donates all of the proceeds to the Trevor Project, and we usually boast other charities over there as well. So give her a follow. She's amazing. Ballad of
she's
the
a-
Seven Dice. We tend to wander through and feature random like RPGs, like just to switch systems for funsies. We have a Christmas one probably coming up the next month or so. We just got done doing like a kids on bikes with our kids being like babies.
Oh,
Essentially,
kids on trikes.
it was an interesting mess. It was great, but it was like same characters, but we're all 12. Like so you can go back and go watch that, or watch last week's episode and fill me in because I don't know what the hell they did this week. I just came back and went, hey, we blew things up and pissed someone off. I'm like, what?
Ruh-roh.
You were supposed to rescue someone. So that's how my game usually goes on Tuesdays. So you can find me there. As usual, I'm always retweeting stuff and retweeting projects, specifically hiding BIPOC and underrepresented creators. And I've been talking for a while because I have ADHD and the brain is like a squirrel. So Sarah, go.
Yeah.
Sarah.
Sarah, you can find me on Twitters at Shut Up Sarah, no H. I'm one of those Sarahs.
No
yeah,
H.
so
God damn
uh,
you.
I know.
Sorry.
I don't like H's. I am normally on Girls Run These Worlds, and I'm actually going to be doing a one-shot coming up here in a couple of weeks. Actually, in 10 days. Yeah. Where I'm going to be DMing Worldwide Wrestling RPG, which is going to be a whole lot of fun. And then, yeah, catch me next year. I'm going to be doing a pre-recorded AP with Dragon Age on Girls Run These Worlds. That's going to be very fun with masks and mysteries and balls. And then, yeah, I got some stuff I can't talk about, but I will be in written form in 2023 in a bunch of places. So
fancy dance balls. Oh my god.
That was the best realization from both you and Katie. And I'm over here like,
Beautiful.
I'm on vacation mode, so I'm mostly a feral goblin on my time off. So.
Yeah, that's the life.
mhm.
And everyone, I hope that you are all being feral goblins at home.
Truly.
Truly, genuinely, I do, because it is only through the power of our ferality and goblinanity that we can stand tall against the forces that would tame us. And
Be unmanageable.
Get real.
Yeah.
Jeez, Kat.
All right.
what? Sorry, I lost track of what I was saying. What was I? Oh, right.
You were
have a good
telling
night.
us all to be rebellious, be gay.
Oh
be
yeah, no,
trans.
absolutely. Be rebellious little goblins. I love you all dearly. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Be gay. Do crime. Woo.
Quiet.
Woo.
Do
Quiet.
crimes, be gay.
All right.
Quiet.
In no particular